Hello. What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the stream. Happy Friday. It's a nice day where I'm at. It's a cool 72 degrees. I appreciate you, Frank. Please do not send so many cap. Shut up, bot Ricks. Hold on, I gotta change that. Bot Ricks being a little bitch. All right, so Arwins. I will do that one, but I still have to do your Sounds of Silence too. So those will be the first two that I do. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that dono right off the bat. Let me fix this real quick because Bot Ricks is being a little bitch. All right, McFly. Can't tell my supporters not to send capitals. I don't care about that. Off. Link protection off. Emoticon protection off. Confirm. Okay, I fixed it. All right. That Tron intro was rad. Yeah, man. I paid for that. I paid for that a long time ago, actually. It's like a Back to the Future Tron intro with has the DeLorean in it. One of my favorite movies of all time, if not my favorite, is the Back to the Future series. I guess the favorite series. So, and it kind of follows with my McFly name, so I thought it was pretty suiting. Has it been a good week? I mean, I've been working. I had to work today, so but I took a half day so I can do this with y'all and spend some time with y'all. I don't know how many of you read my YouTube post in my community post, but I've had a rough couple of weeks, but more so the last few days. So it was nice to just kind of take a half day, get on here with you guys, spend some time with you guys, and do that. I recorded my reaction to Suicide yesterday, which was a bit of a weird emotional journey, not like the last few where I cried a lot. I kind of was, because of everything that's been going on, I've been a bit numb lately. Obviously I'm not taking any meds or anything, but I just been numb, kind of trying to cope with everything. So I wasn't as emotional as I wanted to be, I guess, considering how emotional he was in the song and how emotional it should have made me, but it is what it is, I guess. I can't force myself, you know? It. Refresh. No, what the fuck happened? It's definitely a heavy one for sure. This is freaking weird. Yep. Whoa. This is not what I want. Is the yeah, so I don't know what happened, but there we go. Fuck. Okay, it's back. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. I really like the song. I don't know if you guys saw too, he released, or not released, he had an interview with Rolling Stone, which is actually pretty big, man. that the fact that he's getting an interview with Rolling Stone is pretty big. So I'm proud of that dude for how quickly he's grown. But you guys as a community, I know most of you know who Ren is. That's how you found me. But it's pretty cool that he would that you know, we as a community were able to help him get to that. But he was saying that he kind of didn't want, you know, his illnesses to define him, which I totally get. So he left it out of his music as much as he could. He never really talked about it to all of his friends. And then one day he was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna write a song that has all of that in it. And that High Ren was that song. And since then he's got a, you know, exponentially grown. So he kind of learned from there that you need to be vulnerable. You need to show who you really are to actually resonate with people. That was a really cool interview to read. But that's super cool. I don't know where Rana is. Rana, are you here? Hello? So we're gonna chill for a bit. I wanted to do. Oh, I need to change that Discord link. How much shit I need to change? Let me do this. If you guys feel so inclined, you can definitely join the Discord. We have a lot of cool people in there. Whoopsies. We have a lot of cool people in there. There's the link. We have a lot of cool people in there. A lot of cool conversations. We talk about music. We just talk about life. There's a section in there for mental health where you can kind of air your grievances, just let stuff out that you might need to let out. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for the birthday. I appreciate it. There's also kind of a gaming session where we like catch Pokemon and battle and stuff. And there's also a counting game, all sorts of cool stuff in the Discord if you feel so inclined to join. And you can link it with your YouTube. So I can see, you know, who's from the YouTube is in there. It kind of gives me a breakdown of that. So that's really cool. A live version of Suicide soon. Yeah, I saw that. I'm excited to see what that's going to be. If it's going to be kind of more emotional, because I'm assuming it's going to be another live acoustic. So that'll be interesting to see. There we go. But I'm gonna let some people come in here. I'm also waiting for Rana because she's helping me with some of this stuff today. This one, honestly, is gonna kind of be a chill stream. I'm planning to go till 3, so we have about now 3 hours and 42 minutes left. So we're gonna chill for a bit, just talk about shit. And then if y'all feel inclined, we have a few reactions already. I got 2 from Arwen's photography, and I have a couple from Rana that I need to get to that I didn't get to last time. But yeah, that's it. I have a lot. So I filmed 3 videos this week. Actually, I filmed 5 videos this week, but I've only posted 1. And then I also have to post that Ren track, which I'm going to do next week. I filmed another Baby Metal video, which was supposed to be out this week, but it's not. And then I filmed The Warning, which was a member request song from The Warning. And what else? I filmed the members only video. A couple others that I can't remember right now. So there's a lot of content ready to go. I just haven't had the drive to sit down and edit it. So yeah, Frank, honestly, the most work goes into the edit. So the filming, if I can sit down for about 40 minutes, I can do that. I usually give myself an hour between getting set up, working out any tech issues, watching the video, and preparing to watch the video, and then converting the video so I can edit it later. That takes about an hour because I talk so long. So that part's not really too difficult. It's the editing that takes the longest. So for however long the video is, I say it'll take at least twice as long to edit, depending on the content. For reaction videos, it doesn't take very long, to be honest. It's just cutting out the oohs and ahs and ums, which I do a lot of, and cutting out nonsense, like me opening up the lyrics or me researching something on the spot. So doesn't take too long. When we get into stuff like eventually do like movie reactions, which I used to do, but I want to kind of bring them back slowly here. Those take a long ass time because you can only have 10 minutes of the content before you get a copyright strike. So I have to edit out a lot of it. That just takes time. I have to time it to make sure it's under 10 minutes, all that jazz. So that takes a longer time. It's a hate-love relationship for sure, Frank. I love editing. Like, I've loved editing since I was like 7 years old. From an alias command. You cannot call an alias command from an alias command. God damn it, Nightbot. Nightbot. Yeah, so you can see on my, I mean, I can show you guys actually, to be honest with you. Put a timer. Edit. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Okay. Not sure why this one's not working. I'm gonna do this. Okay. What was I saying? So yeah, I can show you guys real quick actually some of the stuff I've already reacted to. Even if you remember last year for Friends Day, was the hardest edit I've ever done. It took me 2 weeks to edit before I was happy with it. So we've to get my like edit chops up in like a professional kind of manner, we've been filming our vacations and stuff, since most of our vacations are, instead of like my daughter's birthday in August, we went to San Diego. And then from my son, what did we do for my son? I don't remember what we did for my son. Is that bad? We went to Legoland, something like that. But we did two different things, and I filmed both of those. I had my phone out and was filming, and I edited those. Those take a long time to edit because you got to keep it like short and sweet for the kids, right? They don't want to watch boring stuff. So yeah, that takes a while. So let me show you guys. It's just self-promotion, I guess. No way, Apex. I don't play you anymore. So all of my stuff, I've done a lot of reactions, guys. I think I'm at like almost 40 at this point. So I used to do a lot of trailer reactions. The last one I did was Guardians of the Galaxy. I did my Thor Love and Thunder reaction. I think that was my first movie reaction actually, when I was going to start getting into them, and I totally did a total shift. But there's a lot of trailer reactions. I did some try not to laugh challenges, She-Hulk reaction TV shows. So I started dabbling in it, and I want to get back into it again because I like watching movie reactions. So I'm trying to create content that I like watching, if that makes sense, because it's kind of the best way to go about it. Rana's MIA. It's all good. So yeah, editing. Honestly, I don't know what you use to edit, Frank, if you're using Adobe Premiere Pro or what, but absolutely makes sense. Yeah. For movie reactions, Frank, I can definitely suggest some reactors. I have like 3 or 4 go-to ones that I really like. I can definitely. I know you guys don't care about this, but considering I used to stream on Twitch and my whole goal eventually was to be big on Twitch, and now I don't know if you saw my post on Twitter, but that's long gone in the past. Twitch is in shambles. I don't know what they're doing with their company right now, but whoever's running that company needs to figure it out, because the changes that they're making is that they're, while it seems, at least on the surface, YouTube is worried about satisfying the streamers and wants to allow them to make money on the platform, Twitch is doing everything they can to steal from the streamers. So instead of seeing them as partners, they're literally seeing them as commodities to make money. I'm not going to get into the details. You can look it up if you'd like, but I have a lot of friends that stream on Twitch, and they make their living on Twitch streaming, and the new changes that they made affected them to the point where they don't know how they're going to make money now. I know that sounds kind of weird considering streamers kind of make money off of other people donating, but I appreciate you, Trojan. No worries, man. I'll be on for like another 3.5 hours, so whenever you stop by, no worries. I appreciate it. But you know, when you start streaming and you go full time, you put all your eggs in that basket, and when somebody like Twitch goes in and they ruin that for you, it definitely it sucks, man. It sucks. Since I'm streaming on YouTube now, I'm trying to show some of my streamer friends that are on Twitch that don't know what to do how YouTube can help them. So I've been kind of doing that and dealing with that too, and then just a bunch of shitty politics. Alexia, hey, I don't know if you saw, but I saw you in some other reactors comment section. I was waving to you. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. This whole birthday stream, I was gonna stream today regardless, but making it a birthday stream was kind of a suggestion of my wife. I don't like to celebrate my birthday. There's a lot of reasons for that. But I don't like to celebrate my birthday, and she kind of forced my hand. I mean, she had the kids wake me up today with presents they picked out for me from the dollar store. It's the thought that like they picked out 5 things each for me and they gave them to me, which was really cool. But she's forcing me to celebrate my birthday, so I made it a birthday stream. It makes me very uncomfortable, people like coming in and saying happy birthday and celebrating my birthday. So it's just another day to me, but so I do appreciate the love there. But this is me trying to get out of my comfort zone and you know, doing all that. The funny thing is, like, I want to kind of show you guys. So there's a lot of creators out there that will remove any bad comments from their comment section. Happy getting older day. Grumpy McGrump, what's up, man? How are you? I appreciate you. For anybody that just joined the stream's gonna be a lot like the last one, but I have some things with that. Thank you, Arwins. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. That means a lot. A lot like the last stream, except I have things that I want to talk about if we have the time. So you can check the pinned comment here. Same thing as last time, same rules as last time for donations, $10 minimum. All requests answered by amount, then by order received. Videos cannot be longer than 10 minutes. We listened to your feedback last time. That donation link is in the description of the video or the live stream, and it's in the description of my channel. You can also, I believe, in the chat, I think if you do a !guide, it did not work. I lied to you. Rules? I prepared for this and I don't remember what it is. I'll figure it out. But you can do an exclamation point command and it'll bring that message back up if you need it. So appreciate that. I lost what I was going to talk about now. I had opened my YouTube for a reason and I don't remember. This happens sometimes. I lose my train of thought. Someone help me. My brain is mush. What were we talking about, guys? Oh, I was going to show you something in the Discord. What was I going to show you? Oh, okay. So a lot of streamers, I'm back. My brain came back. A lot of streamers or content creators will remove bad comments or comments basically being rude to them. I feel that's disingenuous. Obviously, things that are like hate speech or like racism or anything like that, I remove because I don't want that on there and I actually report it. But other than that, I leave a lot of the negative comments. Sometimes I interact way too much, more than I should. But you know, I think leaving them there for other people to see shows like that I'm authentic and that I don't want to be fake about even what people say about my content, you know. So let me show you this real quick. So this was on my, hey, it's me, it's Inception. This is my what you want reaction, which was a member request, by the way. So it was a paid request. If I go to newest first, you guys can't see it here. Whoa, bro, that's a little too extreme. Let me do this. Stop it. Where the hell did the comments go? Bruh. Alright, I'm just gonna move chat. Hold on a sec. Okay. Here. Alright, so do people actually pay you for this because it was brutal to get through? I can't imagine. It was horrible. The bloviating, the hubris that first of all, the grammar sucks. That you can bring something better. You have something better to say than the artist, right? And all I said was thanks for the engagement. So this might be psychotic, but I actually have a list of all of these like negative comments saved, even the ones that I've deleted because they were like super inflammatory. But I have a lot of these negative comments in a list that if I somehow think I'm getting a big head, or if I feel like I'm getting too confident or I'm getting too complacent in my content, I'll go and look at these negative comments, and it kind of is fodder. What's the best way to say it? It's kind of fodder for me to keep trying to better myself. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I know a lot of people work in different ways. Some people can't look at negative comments, they ignore them. Some people fight the negative comments. That's how I do it, because it's very easy to let complacency set in. So I have a lot of these, and the Discord will see me share a lot of that stuff. Yeah, it keeps me grounded 100%. Like this one, which was actually not a hate at all, but good reaction, bro, but your audio output is garbage on this one, just saying. So I had a whole conversation with this person. Like, he said, check out these videos to see what I'm talking about. And I went and actually looked at the videos and explained why I think they sound bad, and explained it in a way that makes sense to me. Like, so oh, well, Ren's going live in an hour. I'm gonna lose all y'all. That's fine. He deserves it. As long as you don't dwell on them and let them bring you down, bro. 100%. There's still interaction too, so helps. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, thanks for the for the engagement. But yeah, it's keeps me grounded. It keeps me trying to better myself. And while I don't take everything literal, like everything they're saying is bad, everybody has an opinion that most of the time is what do you call it? Like legitimate. I'm not one of those people like if you disagree with me then you're stupid. Like everybody's opinion is valid in their own mind, right? It's a matter of how can we make it a healthy discourse to get to a common ground somehow. And I think that's what's missing a lot in the world right now, honestly, is people not having empathy and sympathy and not being open to other ideas. That kind of goes along with the politics stuff I was talking about the other day or earlier. As a former Twitch streamer, I follow a lot of Twitch streamers. My favorite former Twitch streamer, now YouTube streamer, is Tim the Tap Man, just because he's hilarious. But I know there's something going on with Nick Merckx right now. You guys can search that up if you want. I'm not gonna get into it. Misty Mountain. Why have I heard that? And Jeff Costellucci. I feel like I've heard that before. Okay, Arwins. So let's I have my nifty. So and whoops. You have a link for those? Armin's disturbed. I think you sent a link with this third one, but I have to check. Maybe not. Having a silence. My ADHD is strong today. So oh, Rosalie premiering her. Oh, here we're gonna do an Inception real fast. I actually want to see this. Let me turn. We're gonna take a second here. Yeah, send all three if you can. It might be easier on like Instagram to DM me, but here, watch later. Damn it, we missed it. Correct. Correct. I explained that in mine too. But it's a spiral. So it's talking about his spiraling. She's why. No worries. No worries. Yeah, Arwins. I think. I'll find it for you. There you go. There's my Instagram. Do I see anybody I know in here? Ben Smith, maybe. Nomad. Oh, you can't hear? Why does this happen? You can't hear at all? Hey, B100K, how are you?
Youthfulness that works together.
There you go. You
right?
can hear it now. Sorry.
Over that same bridge the night you jumped, and then it goes into those final verses. I think about that sometimes vividly, what it felt like to look down and see tranquility. And that is interesting too, right? When we deal with death or we lose somebody, there's both that despair, that pain.
Should be able to now, yeah.
As well as looking down at tranquility. There's
just a little tick
peaceful,
button that was messed up.
It's tranquil,
guys.
it's calm. And this person who ended their life longed for that. They longed for peace. And there's such a contradiction because you're drowning in pain, yet you see calmness. One sudden move in a world of possibility, right? That one final jump. A world of possibilities, though, a world of alternate realities that could have occurred. One movement to expose our fragility, right? We are fragile as human beings. We're hurting. Tranquility, possibility, fragility. Also beautifully meshed here together, but fitting, right? It's not just random words that rhyme. It's
what I like about Rose Lee, besides the fact that she's like kindred soul, right?
Specific.
Is
I effing miss you. I miss myself, and that is powerful. It's getting very personal here.
Picking up on a lot of the poetic
part of that pain,
stuff
right?
that Ren does, and Ren's very poetic.
Lost, but you lose yourself in the process.
But also how empathetic and sympathetic she is.
Right, his innocence
like I said,
is gone after going through
missing an arm,
like this.
missing in humanity right now. But
cave and kicking back. Oof. I can imagine my own friends, my own times.
But I like the way that she kind of breaks down the poetic portions of it into a way that makes it even more palatable, if that makes sense. So, big fan of Rosalie, for sure.
You get so numb.
Look at this guy.
You're so deep
Look at this
in
guy.
despair.
Can you see that? He says crybabies.
You even miss missing that.
Crybabies.
I numbed myself to close the gap. Yeah, you can't feel that anymore. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is that the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too, but I still can't find the anger. All I find is missing you. Right? We go through different stages, sometimes anger, denial, grief, and sadness, but when you're in that place where you just miss the person, you can't even be mad, you're just hurting.
Goddamn trolls.
I miss you with all my rhymes. I picture, which such a
you weren't in here yet, Alexia, but I was saying that
all my rhymes, all these things.
So I'm gonna go back and watch this, but I just wanted to peek at it a little bit. Thank you so much, Arwins. I appreciate that. You weren't here yet, Alexia, but I was saying that because of everything that's been going on in my life the last couple days, especially the last 2 weeks, that I was kind of numb already going into it. So I didn't react as much as I wanted to. I did cry. I did shed a tear, but I felt like I wasn't as sympathetic as I should have been, if that makes sense. So, here's what it is. And I should be able to open Instagram. I don't freaking know. Shit. Watch Noxtail reaction to this and notes he pinned a comment taking credit for Inspire Ren to write that last verse. Now that's what I call hubris. No way. Is that true? I didn't go into the comment section, or I went into the comment section for that like 15 minutes after he did it. Let me find it. Nox know. Oh yeah. Jeremy Johns is another good one. Jeremy Johns is another good one for movie reviews. He doesn't do reaction, but for movie reviews, he's one I go to. So Knox Hill. Sorry, I'm curious. I gotta see people taking credit. It's the beginning. Oops. Stupid. This one.
Delivery in like he.
So that's his own comment, bruh. So apparently after I knew with him, he went and wrote that last verse. Incredible that artist could lead to such an emotional, amazing piece of art. Also, if you like the song in the intro and want sports channel. I will plead the fifth on this and say I didn't watch the full interview yet. But I don't know if that is true or not. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Look, I don't know Knox personally, but I've never seen him be anything but authentic and real. Again, people can totally be separate outside of content creation, right? They could be a totally different person, but I've never seen him like take credit for something that isn't his. So that's my personal thing. But if Arwen's is saying Ren gave him credit, then Ren literally gave his interview with Knox credit. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I didn't want to do this. Just for you, Arwins, I told you to do it, so I'm reinstating my Facebook real fast so I can log into my Instagram. I mean, I think it's like the point is like an hour. An hour after it's posted, it's good. It's fine to post your own. So do request. There you are. Accept. Okay. The Sound of Silence is there. Disturbed Stricken is there. And Mystic Mountain Cult. Okay. So those are all there. All right, we're gonna start getting into these, because I gotta do the Sound of Silence from last stream, and then these next two we'll do right after that. And then if there's any you guys want me to do, you can follow the link above. If not, like I said, there's stuff I do want to do. I want to kind of reassess Hyren. And I might want to reassess Crutch as well. So we're gonna get into these now. Let me mute this. You're a real one, Frank. I might. So it's in what, 12 minutes? We'll see if I can get through this. When this is over, Arwen's, I might take a 5-minute break to watch a little bit of his stream. Just I'm interested in what he's gonna say. So we're gonna do a little bit of double dipping, and then we'll get back to your other ones. All right. But I want to. You demanded 0 if you don't mind. Yeah, Botrix is a little noisy in the chat, huh? All right. Let me do this. Boom, boom, boom. Where are you? I'm assuming this is gonna get blocked, so let me these, in these, this. Oh, I'm not ready, sir. Just starting off right there. And then. Okay. Make this smaller. Okay. So I'm gonna do my intro. I'm gonna start the recording like I usually do. All that jazz. And you guys can say hello to YouTube, all right? So we're gonna start that in 3, 2, 1. Members of the Fly Music Society, welcome back to the channel. So today we are live again. I'm doing a fun live birthday stream. We got people in the chat hanging out, having some fun stuff. Today we're gonna go through some of Arwen's Photography's dono requests, and this first one is going to be Disturbed, The Sounds of Silence. Obviously I know the original song, Simon and Garfunkel, great song. I think it's one of the I think it's an underrated song. I know a lot of people like that song, but I just think the type of song that it is amazing. Also, chat, say hi to YouTube, say hi to chat. For those of you that are new to the channel, what we do here is we watch the video or listen to the song. I interject here and there where I feel it's important. And then at the end, we talk about the message. We talk about the music. Also, members are live on my YouTube. Perks on for YouTube members and Patreon members are the same. Exclusive videos specifically made for members. Early access to videos like this. Member shout outs and dibs on what reactions I do next. So I want to get into this. I heard that his vocals on this are amazing. I saw that the charismatic voice, she did this one as well. I haven't watched it yet, obviously, so I'm excited to get into this. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I gotta cover it for copyright because I'm not getting blocked again. Only mods can post links on YouTube if people are wondering why it doesn't work. Yeah, Leanne. Leanne, hello. Hello, welcome in. I appreciate that. You can post, if you are going to dono, you can post and put the link in the message, and I'll be able to watch it that way. There will be streams where I do free reaction days, because I don't want this to just be about the money. I want you guys to be able to do things without having to donate. That is when I will turn on links and you guys can put them in there. Obviously there will still be a limit of 3 per person, 2 per 15-minute period, all that stuff. So if you post 4 or 5 different links, I'm just going to go with the top 2, but that's for a later day. All right, let's get into this Disturbed, The Sound of Silence official video 4K upgrade. Let's get it. All right, here we go. Can you guys hear it? Why are you lighting the piano on fire? What's that?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping.
So let's go back. Again, we have this soft vocal fry at the beginning. Little bit of air coming out of his mouth, right? To get hello darkness. Like he's barely letting air out, letting sound out. He naturally has this I almost said disturbed. He naturally has that distortion. This is Disturbed, Leanne. We know he has that distortion because of their normal music, right? I do think he's an underrated vocalist. Disturbed got a lot of slack for the type of music they were. But So far, I really like the vocals. Having the slow, soft piano in the background to match his slow, soft spoken vocals. Chef's kiss. That vibrato is giving chills.
Softly creeping, left its scenes while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
So for me, right, Sound of Silence, I actually haven't really analyzed the lyrics. I'm going to turn this on. I haven't actually analyzed the lyrics because I didn't really start doing that till we did these reactions, but I feel like Sounds of Silence, for me personally, with things that I struggle with, being left alone with my thoughts in silence is a no-no. When I sleep, I have headphones on that I can use, like, lay with, and I have music going, whether it's, you know, lo-fi music or it depends what I feel on that day, but I always have music going. I like the visuals here where, like, all of the instruments are either out of reach, they're being destroyed, they're being burned, like further bringing to fruition that there's silence, complete silence. And I believe, what's it called? His name David? Yeah. I believe David has had issues with mental health in the past, right? The Trolls movie. My kids are super right now. They're super into Turning Red, and then there's another one. But those are the ones that those songs are always stuck in my head, and it sucks. So
in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone.
all right, you guys are gonna hate me. I want to hear this live too. I know he can sing, I know he can hit the notes, I know he can do all that stuff, but mainstream production companies like to tone correct just so the held notes are not so far, the vibratos are not so far off. Hey Rana, how are you? I think I'm hearing tone correction, so it's a pet peeve of mine. It's not the artist's fault. They are not in charge of that. It could just be the production is very open, so it sounds like that, but that's what I think I'm hearing. Let's keep going.
Narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp, I turn my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light.
Eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light. So blinding, so bright. It feels like your eyes are being stabbed. Having had my eye actually stabbed, I'm going to say probably not. But in case you guys didn't know, I had a work accident where I was screwing some little flimsy piece of plastic, trying to get the screw in there, couldn't see, and I missed and went right into my eyeball. Fun times. So I'm basically legally blind in this eye. So if you see it drifting or anything like that, that's why. But Arwen's, after we go through all of yours, we can have fun and go watch that one too. I love Conan, so I'm down with it. We've got the heavier piano now, heavier bass piano with the
and in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more,
feel like when he's hitting those high notes, it almost sounds operatic. Like he could do justice to kind of an opera song. It's really cool, and his tone is very, very clear. You don't really notice it when you listen to their early stuff because it's a lot of hard rock and the growls and the fry screams and stuff. But his tone is super clear for the type of music that they play.
Talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share, and no one dare disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms and I might reach you.
I like that kind of little bit of a change in the vocals.
Take my arms and
Take my arms.
I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell
Right there.
and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made.
You I'm no professional vocalist. You guys know this already. But I did dabble in singing backup vocals. I can go really low. I can go pretty high in falsetto. But to be able to have a steady tone like that in the fry, not necessarily fry, but with that distortion, without hurting your voice, all that stuff we've talked about before, it's very difficult to the untrained person, right? If you're not trained correctly, trying to do that vocal that he just did, you could hurt yourself. You could hurt your voice. This is something that he's obviously worked on. But I want to hear it one more time.
Bowed and prayed to the neon god they made.
I like that even in the recording, you see how he's actually singing it in the recording, at least this part, because you're seeing the almost his face move with the vibrato that he does with his voice. A lot of people use their vocal cords for it. A lot of people use their mouth for it. There's different ways to do the vibrato. It seems like his is coming from deep within his vocal, his vocal cords, because it's moving his entire throat, his entire, sounded like SpongeBob, his entire throat, his entire mouth.
Neon god they made. And the sign flashed out his warning. And the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words on the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sound of silence.
With a little orchestral ending there. So I want to talk about the visuals because I feel like as a musician, it's very, very important to me, and pun intended, it struck a chord with me. I think, the whole visuals here is basically everybody's writing, right? Nobody's talking to each other, but they're do this. So essentially, this is saying, or what I'm getting from the visuals of the video at least, is the best way to kill the deadliness of silence, right? Their best way that they see is through music. We saw them all writing down music notes. They all had music sheets. They're all waiting for the band to get there to kill the sound of silence. And I think, you know, we can get into a whole debate about the school system right now here in the States and everything ailing that and some of the stuff that they're putting into laws and stuff. But for a long time, I remember when I was in school, we had music class, and we had music class once, sometimes twice a week. My daughter's in elementary school, and she's doing music class like once a quarter. You know, I know funding to schools right now is shit, so I can understand why they don't really have a music program. But I think that's sad. I think music, look at this community that's being built right now. We found that music can connect people in different ways. It can heal in so many different ways. And it's sad that music is kind of being left behind, but it is what it is. I mean, we can't control that. All we can do is share music that we love with our kids and hope that they in turn share that with their friends, and then they share that with their family, and it just becomes this exploratory cycle, right? Armin's photography, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I didn't get to that the last stream, but I told you I would get to it eventually, and we did that. It definitely is a wake-up call, and I hope it affected some people in some way to realize the healing power of music, for sure. For those of you who like this video, please make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It helps the channel out a lot. I really appreciate sometimes going through bands that I've heard of and love doing covers that I haven't heard before. If I missed something, please let me know in the comments. If there's another Disturbed song you want me to do, please let me know. I appreciate that so much. It brings more content to the channel. This was awesome. Thank you so much, Armin's Photography, for that. And please do remember that good vibes are contagious. One down. That was sick. All right. So we're going to take a break. Brandon, I know you told me not to take breaks from doing reactions, but we have 4, 5, including all of yours right now. So I want to take a break, and I want to go to Ren's Twitch stream right now, and I want to listen to him because I want to see what he's saying and see what's going on.
Even in impossible situations, there are ways to reframe things that make this tolerable, and make this experience enjoyable, even fulfilling, beautiful, incredible. Where, for some reason, I can see, I can touch, I can feel, and I'm alive, and that's pretty mental. Yeah, I don't want to get too heavy. I'm going to listen to the song with you guys because that's what I normally do. I normally play it. I also want to let you guys know that there's a live song coming out. There's a live version of this song that's totally different to the version that you heard. I've written 2 new verses for it, so that'll be coming out in a few weeks. So stay tuned for that. I'm really happy with that. It's one of my favorite live version takes on a song that I've done. So yeah, that was cool. We did this the other day when Sam was around here. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's watch it together, and then we'll chat, and then I'll read some of these questions and stuff that are coming in. But let's just get to it. Here we go.
I'm not gonna say too much about the song because I'm putting out
if
my
you're going for this for the
reaction.
first time and you're watching, enjoy. Right,
on Monday.
Also, I wanted to talk about this very, very quickly.
Some things that I missed, I will definitely,
in my
mention.
opinion, fucking stupid. This, yeah. I kind of get it as like a trigger warning, right? But it limits the audience. You know what I find crazy?
I agree.
This won't happen if you talk about murder. This won't happen if you talk about mass murder. This won't happen if you talk about like something violent. You won't get this following content may contain, unless obviously you're encouraging it. But like, I could sing a song about going into a supermarket and shooting every person in that supermarket, I wouldn't get this trigger warning. This is a song about coming to terms with someone very close to me. It's about honoring someone very close to me. And the song isn't encouraging it in any way. It's actually trying to find the opposite, trying to find some sort
Appreciate
of
that, Axe. Thank you so much.
Anyway, that's just a little rant. I thought this was silly.
I agree with him. There's literally videos of murder, like people getting shot in the head on YouTube.
It's a strange one. I understand sometimes if censorship
this
is involved, right? And I do know that it's good to put like a little bit of a warning on things, like a trigger warning or something. But I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit skewed, the morality of the trigger warning world, because if certain things don't. Yeah. It is a tricky one. It is a tricky one. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure exactly fully where I stand on the fence about this, but this is kind of limiting the reach that it's gonna get. I do like this that they put this number down here. They put
correct.
this seeing this on the screen. Yeah, they put like a support number here. I think that's pretty cool.
That is, I agree. That's cool to have.
It's
but
a topic
this
I want to
whole
think about a little bit more before I formalize an opinion on it. Anyway, let's watch the video. Let's go. I wish to proceed to watch my own video. Thanks.
Tell you guys what. I'll talk about the music and actually break down the chords because I did not do that.
Fuck my
because I
eyeballs.
was too emotional.
Oh fuck. Ah! Yes.
There you go, Red. You got it. It's alright. I've been there. Hey, who gifted me a sub?
Treading on the tracks in the
Theme so.
It never really felt like the right time. Suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, but can't sleep.
Also, I just want to big up Lewis for doing this video. Incredible job. Like, absolutely, he smashed it out the park. Like, that's it, basically. He's done such a good job. What do you guys think of the video? Like, I'm just going to read some comments quickly. Yeah, in it. What I love is that you can pause frame by frame. Like, I'm gonna show you guys.
And it's gonna be different.
And it's like, what I love is like
every frame is different.
The change in, like, here we go. When you get the first, it's like it'll turn into a cyborg, into a Frankenstein, frame by frame.
It's
So fucking cool, man. I love this style. It almost feels like a sort of trippy dream.
Frank, I canceled my Facebook.
Anyway,
Not canceled.
Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, but can't sleep.
Drama, but also
some
because
say
it's just
trouble,
a
but some say
place.
sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit. Silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
It's the over under that he's gonna cry.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide.
I love that shot as well, there. The skulls morphing into it's a beautiful moment, that one, actually. It's like the skulls moving into the fist is generally a sound of standing up against something. You know, you got the raised fist in the air. I see that against, standing up against these forces that want to persuade you to do something that you can't come back from. I really like that.
I also feel like this could
That's
be
one of
like
my
when
favourite
you're in that dark place, visions you might have too.
I treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time.
Everybody's worried about their phones.
Suicide.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy.
Love that too. And this as well, you see them turn to
It's
the...
not me, it's the world that's sick.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay.
Just like, when your eyes watch it, there's so much you can find, bro. Like, even watching the walls.
Split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous.
Like, turning into either cities or like a cyberboard, like
really
a motherboard, a circuit board. It just changes.
Nervous, won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword.
You see that as well? There was like there's things that I don't even notice. There's like a little person. You see that?
Father, you choose your
There, hang on, here, right here.
father, you choose your
You can't see, Ren, but I got you.
karma.
Yeah, just
Draw
people
for
that.
the sword, then drive through the armor.
This was the one that's really cool. I mentioned in my reaction. So like walkways
what's
train
out on
thing to
the other
this,
side.
all of a sudden,
Suicide, suicide, suicide.
there's the moves
Oh,
right there.
I, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide.
The car as well. Keep your eyes on the car.
Suicide.
Shit.
Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Yeah, I was sitting here
Suicide, suicide,
thinking that all of
suicide.
this was planned, like with the Frankenstein and the cyborg and all
Suicide,
that stuff.
suicide, suicide.
Guess
So
not.
this last section was the section that I wrote. So that song, I finished that song last year, and that was going to be the
Okay.
song. It was going to stop here.
Okay.
So I had this song done, and I was almost like dreading the
Grump,
release
watch
this
this.
week. I was like, this is a few weeks ago. I was like, it's so short, and this kind of feels a bit like incomplete for me. I don't know what it was, but I was like, I'm putting this song out because it's a bit of a change from the hip hop stuff, and I think that's a good thing. But that was a part of me that's like,
Oh, there's grumps.
it feels
There's
incomplete.
grumps.
It feels, don't know. So I sat down. It was funnily enough like so I had that
hilarious.
interview with Knox and we were chatting and I was talking about Joe
Alexia.
in it. It came up. He came up and I was like, and I was like, yeah, no, I haven't actually written about him since Freckled Angels. I don't know why. I remember being like, yeah, I'm not actually sure why, but just hasn't been something that I've felt compelled to write about for a while. I mean, it happened a long time ago, and I came to peace with it. And I don't know what it was. I think that almost like planted a seed. I was sat by my piano, and I was like, you know what? If I'm dreading this release, and it feels incomplete, then just do something about it. Don't just release it and dread it. Do something about it so you feel proud of it. So I sat down at the piano, and I had this I had that do 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 this little simple piano melody.
Heads up, we've
And then that line
detected
came to
copyright
my head.
audio and video in your stream. Your stream
It's
may
hard
be
to take off from the
temporarily
ground,
blocked.
Your wings
Hey,
are cut,
fuck
your
you,
stomach burns
YouTube.
when you're drinking from an empty cup. And then it kind of just fell out. And even then, it wasn't intended to be about Joe, and it just kind of went that way. And it's almost like it needed to be said. And then the words just were there. It was like I
Just
was
the happy
plucking the
birthday
words out
dono?
and,
Rana, that's too much.
usually
Thank
I'll
you.
learn the
I
song and then I'll
appreciate you.
record the
It
vocals.
means a
This time
lot.
I was writing. I wrote like 2 lines. I'd get in the vocal booth and I'd record those 2 lines, or 2 lines, get in the vocal booth and record it. I wouldn't have the whole song written. I'd just be recording it piece by piece. And that's why I genuinely was crying, because I was like, I wrote a line, and I connected to it so much that I started crying. And then I was like, I'm not going to wait until I stop crying. And I got in the vocal
I have my
booth,
stream open and it's
and I
not
recorded
blocked,
it
so I
while I
don't
was
know
still
why
crying.
it's saying that. But
and that's how the song kind of came together piece by piece. And by the end, it was about an hour or two's process. I had that whole last section recorded, and it just made it changed the whole start of the song, because the whole start of the song is about me, and it almost gives
what I
justification
thought.
for the start
Okay.
of the song in a weird way. It like makes it come full circle. I don't
Hey,
think the
let's
end should
go.
exist without the start, and I don't
Validation
think
from the
start should
artist
exist without the end.
himself.
It kind
I love
of
it.
all, yeah, it gives an explanation for.
In my
I don't know,
reaction,
that's the
I
way I
basically
see it
say
anyway.
at the end of the song,
I don't know what
that,
do you guys like?
the
Because
ending
it'd be
is
interesting
or
to
the beginning of the song is a
feel
result
what you
of the
think.
end of the song. So
It's a bit
you
more
just
Kendrick
validate
does
that.
this sort of stuff a lot. He'll just like straight up halfway through a tune, he just beat switch up. I fucking love
Yeah.
that shit. This was a little
That's
bit more
cool.
like emotional than just like a straight beat switch up. but
100%. I mean, yeah.
I quite like
Tonal
the
shifts.
switch. Yeah. All right. Well, let's watch the end of it together and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, and Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plastic ass. The truth is to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. back with all my rhymes. I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Man, that crying at the end always gets me.
Yes. Right, Alan, let me get on.
Hold on, enjoy.
Screen.
My daughter is coming in to say hi.
Yeah. It's always hard to speak after, like, it's gonna put in a big part of myself and how I felt about these things. The funny thing is, it's such a long time ago now that I actually did a lot of coming to peace with everything, and it's a strange one. It's a strange one. These times when if everyone's ever lost anyone, if someone's lost someone recently, this was my experience with it. Is like the intervals in between where you feel stuff about it get longer as time goes on. It's just the nature of life. But when it hits you just as hard as it did, even 10 years on. It's not like the pain gets less. It's more just like the intervals between the times you think about it get longer, which allows you to be a more productive human being. Yeah. And that was definitely my experience. My other experience was after that happened, I lost more people in my life. And it never really felt the same as it did the first time. It almost changed my relationship with what it meant to be alive, what it meant to be dead. Unusually, it's not that I became like, because for a while I was worried that I was like numb and apathetic, because that's what it felt like for a while. It felt like, oh, okay, someone's died again. And I just felt apathetic. I thought that I felt apathetic, but I don't think that's what it was. I think it was actually more just an acceptance. I don't think it was apathy. I think it was an acceptance that that's just what happens. Like we're not infinite. We're finite.
Like what he's talking
here
about
for a certain amount of time, and it wasn't this devastating blow of like. Because I think one of the devastating things was like I felt before that is I said in the song I felt indestructible, and you hear about people dying in the news, but it never really pierces your veil of existence at all. 100%. So you're just like, oh yeah.
I think what's important about
really like, oh yeah,
what
death happens,
so I didn't lose anybody to suicide. Everybody that's died that I've ever known has died from like cancer,
it's a weird,
getting old, what have you.
But I remember
so that part of it, I can sympathize and empathize, but I don't really understand the pain.
Cliff jumping accident. He went swimming. Again, another.
But when he talked about being numb and all that stuff, I think why this hit me so hard was just the timing, considering how I was feeling when I reacted to it. Like I needed.
When Joe's
I was so in a bad state when I went into this reaction. I actually came into my office to react to it to get away from that. Then I had to face it when I watched the video. So it was a weird, dynamic. And I think that's why I wasn't originally happy with the video. But after going through,
why the fuck am I not in bits? And then I lost another person about a year later,
reacting to
suicide. And
watching the edit, it's very, very crazy.
Yeah, I can't.
Part of suicide.
I don't think it was apathy, because at the time I felt guilty because I thought
suicide is one of those things. I think,
but I think it was just
that
an acceptance.
Mental illness in general is just a negative connotation that people don't want to do anything to help.
So many tears for Joe. And even now,
it's an epidemic.
I don't know
it really
what it
is.
But
like people don't want to help it. They just want to say,
sorry,
take these meds so you're not crazy anymore, and that'll fix it. That's not how it works. You gotta do more than just shoving meds down people's face, you know? So
honestly, think my gut feeling is that this is all worthwhile and it's worth sticking out the ride. It's worth the experience. I know a lot of you shared stories with me about people that you've lost in the comment section. Over Discord, I know there were a lot of people, you know, it unearthed a lot of feelings that maybe people haven't looked at in a while. And that's why I feel like it's just good to create a space right now, create a space amongst yourselves in the Discord and YouTube where you can just reach out to each other and talk to each other. Because I think one of the big things is the isolation within this. And it's been amazing how many people can relate. And
honestly,
I think it's just on all of us, really.
That's been close.
To support each other through this, to talk to each other, to,
you know, I forced him to sit down and talk to me
really
what was happening.
Space, man, and I think we've created a really accepting space and a space where it's all right.
I'm
to,
assuming that helped him because he kind
to
of
just be exactly whatever
metaphorically
the fuck
stepped
you
off the
are.
ledge
And that could be
and
anything.
literally
It could be
stepped off the
vulnerable, it
ledge
could be
type of thing.
stoic, it could be, you can be whatever the
It's
fuck
just-
you want, basically, and life can seem really, really heavy because we're
Yeah,
trying to figure
I'm
it all
more.
out, and
I
there
was
could
just
be
gonna
lots of
get to that,
circumstances that could be
Rana.
lost,
I'm
there
more
could
with
be
Rana on
addiction, there
this.
could be illness that really try
I know
and
it
weigh us
sounds
down. It's not
crazy
easy being a human sometimes,
to a lot of you, but
I think
junior
in
high
between
was
those-
one of my
those patches,
worst
there are
times.
moments of beauty. It might even be sad beauty. It might not be that we don't feel happy, but I think
and
there are
I
moments that make
attempted
it worthwhile.
once on my life.
Or we can have
and
impacts
had
in
thoughts all
areas
throughout
that we
junior
didn't think we
high.
could.
I mean,
think
I
we're
was
incredible creatures.
bullied
I
in
really
junior
think.
high because I was a short
Even though
kid
sometimes my
with
songs
the
may come across quite pessimistic,
long
it
curly
really
hair
does.
like it was a
I
perm.
think that there's something quite special
Um,
about being a human, and I think that we should
You know, and
try and figure out as best as possible and try and figure out how best to coexist.
it was
as those things. Anyway, sorry, I'm going on a bit, but I'd love to hear some
it
questions,
was
guys.
rough.
If you want to shoot
Then I
some
got to high
questions over,
school
I'm
and I
well
was
happy to
really
talk about
alone,
anything.
but for some reason it didn't affect me
answer
as much.
anything,
I think
honestly.
I became so numb to having that feeling.
Am I religious? I'm not. I
Alright,
wouldn't say
I'll shut up.
religious is the right word. I think that I'm
Here, I'll turn him down. It was junior high was a very difficult time for me, but in high school I actually, believe it or not, I was more alone than ever. I switched school districts, so I knew nobody. And at a time when being social is an important part of your life, I ended up being very alone. I would walk campus at lunchtime, around campus the whole lunch. I wouldn't eat. But junior high was definitely the worst. I had one attempt on my life in junior high and had thoughts about that. But I never had it again. Until a couple days ago.
You know what I mean? Like, I love
Rana, I know you're in the Discord and you saw that poem I wrote. And that was me sitting in my closet in my room, in the small space walk-in closet. It's not really a walk-in closet. On the floor, in the fetal position, rocking back and forth, like weighing the pros and cons. Like if I were to do this, who would it benefit? Who wouldn't it benefit? And
also me saying I know for sure this is the
the
right
next
answer.
day,
I think where I stand on it is I don't know anything.
well, a couple days after
couldn't comprehend anything.
this, his video came out.
So I'm just
And
doing the best that I can morally.
I was saying,
that aligns
maybe
with
this
my
will
morals
be,
and my
even though I
moral
knew the name of the
compass,
song, I said maybe going in, doing what I love, doing reactions would help me be therapeutic to kind of get out of that headspace and do something I love to do. But instead it made me face it. And honestly, I'm much better for it. I think honestly, if I hadn't reacted to the song, I'd still be in a bad place. And I probably wouldn't have done the stream today. So
Any plans on
it helped me. But I know it definitely helped a lot of people.
Yeah, of
But
course.
I'm talking over him. Let's keep hearing him.
At the moment, I'm not making any solid plans, right? Because I'm still in treatment for health. I don't know how long this is going to go on for. Hopefully, not like for years. I doubt it. But yeah, hopefully by the end of the year I'll be ready to start thinking about those plans. And as soon as I do, obviously I'll share that with you guys. Yeah. Was the walking footage in Calgary? Yeah, it was. That was
I never got diagnosed with depression until
Anyone
a
who
couple
wants
weeks
to be an
ago.
extra, you're welcome to be an
Well,
extra.
I never asked about it. I never inquired about it. That's the issue, right? Is you have to inquire. I honestly think it's a slippery slope. I think people should be at least tested once a year for their physical, like for signs of depression and stuff.
Catch it.
I really do.
Is there like a slow mode? Can I,
The medication should be optional, but I honestly think it should be required. that people get tested for that stuff. It's just I think the suicide rate is too high, especially in the U.S. And there's laws being put into place right now that are just making that worse. That I'm not gonna get into, but I just think that depression and mental illness right now is not looked at the way it should be. Oh, Frank, the kids 100%. I stood up with tears in my eyes. I went literally, it's where I was, the closet door, and then on the other side of the closet door was my son's bassinet. And I went over and I just looked at him sleeping. And that got me into the spot where I could just go into my bed and sleep for the night and come back to it in the morning.
It's not fucking working. Wait, we're in a loop then.
And honestly, all of the cons were my kids, and if it weren't for that, there probably wouldn't be any cons, to be honest with you,
it's on.
with my family. So
Bro, it's still fucking.
you just
racing
at them,
through.
Arwins. If you just do at
Oh, for fuck's
and then
sakes,
you
man.
type their
Is that
name
like a slow, a double slow?
fully out, just like that.
This is a fucking shambles, mate. I'm just gonna like copy and paste something and paste it. Do I get some hype? Fuck, man, I can't. Ah! Will the big push? Okay, I caught one. Will the big push make a comeback? I don't know, man. I've answered this in a few streams before. It's kind of up to everybody, really. I'm well up for it, basically. If the boys
Put
up for
slow-
it,
oh,
it's,
slow-mo.
it's
He
about
already
being in
has
the
it
same
on.
place at the same time.
There you go.
Yeah, I love those boys, and I love gigging. I love busking. So I'm up for it if they're up for it.
Man, I hope he ends up being like well enough to go back and do that. I won't
Cats or
watch
dogs?
the Big Push song, but
I'm a dog guy.
it's
I'm gonna
amazing.
be honest. I feel like I am a dog. Like like cats are more badass than dogs. I think because cats are just like I'll do what I want when I want. If I want to cuddle you, you fucking cuddle me, bitch. But I think I'm not. I think I'm a little bit stupid and just want cuddles all the time and just want. You know what I mean? I'm a
Ren's
dog.
my spirit animal. Ren's my spirit animal. My wife made me take this like love language test, and hers was
Noel or
like
Liam. That's different.
spontaneous.
Like,
What was it?
Noel's the
Spontaneous
obviously a
acts of
fucking incredible songwriter
love and then
obviously
gift giving,
incredible
and
fucking-
mine was
That's
touch.
why I think that they need each other to be what they
I
are.
like cuddles. I like
Like Oasis.
ass pats. I like all the random stuff. But
Is
that's
a lot better.
that's me.
I'm just gonna say it's a lot better than Liam on his own. It's a lot better than Noel on his own. That when they come together, they create something very unique.
Yeah. I think if anything, Rana, like the fact that I have
What's
kids
the
is
deal
what
with
brought me
wearing
to
Nike?
want to
Be
better
the
myself and
fucking
to actually come to
breaking
terms
down
with yes, I
barriers,
have
motherfucker.
anxiety, I
I
have
am
depression.
uniting
Before I would
the
just
world,
bury it deep down,
one
and when
brand
it
at
would
a
come up,
time,
I
like the
would
corporate
you
whore
know,
I am.
suck it in,
Yeah. I don't really
and then
care,
just
to be
go
honest.
back
I
to
feel like
work
if something
and,
looks nice,
as he
then
says,
I'll
you know,
wear it.
push it down with a great big smile. I would do that. But, you know. All right, you guys can keep watching. This is
Shoe
the questions
size.
part, and I do want to get to some
I
of
don't know why I
the
feel
reactions
I'm
that we
11.
got.
Sometimes I'm a 10.5. I'm 11.
See, there's 8 people in here, so I'm gonna close this. All right, we got this next one here. I really need to pee. I'm not gonna be one of those streamers that pees in a bottle. Oh, so now that we're here, this is my dollar store gift that they got me. A cool little pen holder with little beads in it. And then my daughter got me, looks like this is giraffe print pencil. No, this is tiger print pencil, leopard print pencil, giraffe print pencil, zebra print pencil, and then number 2 pencils, and then a bunch of different colored pens. So she picked that out for me for my office, and then she gave me her nifty little sharpener. So it was really cool. Everything as a good parent, everything we do is for the betterment of our kids. Every sacrifice we make, every moment that we think about, every minute of every day for pretty much is about our kids. Obviously, we have those moments where we, like my wife and I sit down at the end of the day and we watch TV to just relax for a couple hours, but everything else is for our kids. The job I have is for my kids so I can make enough money to support us. The house we have is for our kids. The everything I do is for my kids. So, and my wife took them to the dollar store knowing full well that I didn't want any presents. She's like, why don't you guys just pick out 5 things each for that you think he would like? And they did. I got a nice loofah and a foot scrubber. And then my daughter's favorite that she said I absolutely needed was deodorant. And I was very offended, but I pretended that I wasn't offended because I don't stink. All right. She straight up like, you should put it on now. I'm like, do I stink, Aubrey? What do you think? She goes, no, but you should put it on now. Kill me with kindness. All right. Brandon, I have the thing open. I started updating it and then I just lost track. I'm gonna say 10. Arwen's photography. And it was again disturbed, right? Disturbed. And then stricken. I have the link ready to go already. And then there was one more she sent me. I have to look at that one up. Arwen's. Jeff Castellucci. Jeff Castellucci. The longest. Far over the misty mountains. Folds. Jesus Christ, I can't type. Sorry, guys. I need to do this so I'm organized, or else none of you guys are going to get your reactions. Okay. I already have all the links for these. Here's what we're going to do. We did the one left over from last stream, Arwen's. I'm going to move into Rana's because I have some left over from the last stream that I didn't even get to. So I'm going to start with a couple of hers. Tash Sultana is one of them, even though that's from this one. I really want to watch this, so I'm going to do this one first, Rana, if you don't mind. And it's a $10 to win anyways. So, do you have the link for that, right? I should probably open this on here, huh? Huh? Got it. YouTube. Not what I wanted. All right. So yeah, we're gonna get. You guys can keep watching Ren for sure. I don't know if you guys watched Deck, but he talked about why the Ren songs are so emotional. You should go watch that. We're gonna get back into reactions so I don't fall behind like I did last time. Arwen's, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zigzag, so you guys can see what's happening. My brain's mushy mush. This is what we have. It won't let me zoom in. Oh, crazy. I want like 200. So this is what I have. Okay. So I'm technically these two are from last time. This one's done. So I'm gonna highlight green. Am I stupid? Yes, I'm stupid. Green. That one's done. I'm gonna do this Tash Sultana, and then I'll go back and do the Disturbed, and then I'll do the Tim Minchin, and then I'll go back and do the Jeff Castellucci. All right, I'm gonna zigzag. I already did the Sound of Silence, but thank you for putting the link there. And then I can do this one because I have it open right now. And then Jeff Castellucci, you sent to me also. Copy link. Whoops. Don't want it bold. That's not what I wanted, you stupid. You HTTPS. Go like this. We'll find out if that even works. Copy. Here, open a new tab. Okay. There. Right. I'm not ready. There. Okay. There we go. Okay. I don't want anybody to get mad. This is how I'm going to do it to be fair to everybody. All that jazz. Okay. So we're going to do this. You guys are going to hear me do the intro and outro a lot. But now that I figured out how to get the recording to stay working, we're going to do that every time. All right. So get ready to say hi to YouTube again. Let me put these in order. Copy. that, and then this. What is happening? What is playing? Stop it. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna start the recording. Members of the Fly Music Society, welcome back to the channel. Once again, we are live on YouTube. Got a lot of fun people in the chat hanging out with me, having a good old time for my birthday. Thank you guys all for the birthday wishes. We got another donation request. This one is from Rana Hook, and she wanted me to react to Tash Sultana Jungle live bedroom recording. I've actually wanted to do Tash, react to Tash for a while. I've heard good things, lots and lots of good things. So I'm excited to get into this. It's cool that it's alive. We all know I love those live recordings, live the live performances. You get rid of auto tune or pitch correction. You get rid of all of the kind of production stuff where you can fix notes and stuff even for the instruments. So I like these live settings to see the true raw talent. Those of you that are new to the channel, what we do here is we listen to the song or watch the video. I interject here and there where I think things might be important. And then at the end, we talk about the message. We talk about the music. Really quickly, members are live on my YouTube and on my Patreon, both exactly the same content. You get cool perks like exclusive videos made specifically for the members, member shout outs, early access to videos like this, as well as, excuse me, as well as just cool perks like that. That is not expected nor required, but it does help the channel a lot, so I do appreciate it. All right, now that that boring stuff's out of the way, I do want to get into this. Everybody in chat say hello, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. We got, let's see here. We got Rana in there. We got Arvin's Photography. We got Frankenstein and Stupid Nightbot. All right, we're going to get into this. Rana, do I need to cover this? Do you know, should I copyright it? Copyright cover it? Brandon, can you do me a favor? I think I mentioned in Discord, but I'm sure you just hopped in here. In that the worksheet, can you put put yes or no? Okay, cool. Put yes or no if it needs to be covered. That way I can do it. All right, here we go. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, here we go. Tash Sultana Jungle live bedroom recording. Such a common chord progression. In C sharp. Okay, so with guitarists, right? This is what we have to do. It's gonna hit me in the face. Ugh. Sorry, I'm a weirdo. Oh no, I can't see. Why is this open twice? Right. I need it open twice. And then go here. Ran, I just realized I told everybody I was going to start at 12 and I started at 11. So I'm a fucking moron. So I apologize for that. So you weren't late. I was really early. So you're fine. Okay. Ouch. Broke the goddamn mic on this thing. Okay. So I think it's I gotta watch her do it again. Just going down and she tuned down to D? No, she can't be, right? Wait. Shit. Gotta hear it. Yeah, it's... Can you guys hear it? All right, so we're playing... Oh, shit. We're playing a C sharp. God damn it. Minor. To A. And she's just looping that. All right, let's keep going. Little minor pentatonics there. Let's see, what can I get? I want like a if you work or what? The minor pentatonic. Pentatonics is so pent 5. That means you only have 5 notes of the scale that you're playing for pentatonics instead of the normal 8. Pretty much it. So she's kind of doodling in there. Right? You can also play it up here. Anyways, that's what she's doing. Playing there. Let's keep going. Let's continue. No! Fuck! God damn it. You can't hear any of it? Ain't no way that's true. Did I not fix that? I did not. Y'all, I was shredding. No, I'm just kidding. So here's what I was saying. So she was doing she was playing a C sharp minor, B major, A flat minor, A major. And she's looping that. Then she's playing minor pentatonics in C sharp, which the pentatonics is 5. Like I said, 5 notes in the scale instead of the normal 8 pent 5. It's just taking out some of it's leaving the 1. What is it? The 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. There you go. So those are the notes it keeps. So she's just playing in the minor pentatonics. Whoops, in the right key. So a lot of rock guitarists, when they're playing blues, instead of playing blues, they're actually just playing the pentatonics. cool thing about blues, though, and I mentioned this, is it's that chromaticism that's in there. Gives it a cool little bit of motion. But yeah, she's just fiddling around. Could also play it over here. So, easy enough. It sounds like she got a chorus effect on the guitar. So many pedals to keep track of. Yeah, I see a puppers. So, I have respect for the artists that do these loops because people think that you can just record the loop and just play it back and the device automatically keeps the beat. It does not do that. You got to be right on time when you click it or else the whole thing crumbles, right? So I have a lot of respect for people who do these loops, especially when there's so much going on. You have so many different loops, 4 or 5 loops. Pretty cool so far. I like that beat. Oh, you can't come in here hot with those crazy high vibrato vocals like that and just assume I'm gonna not say shit. Oh, all right, right there. She's first of all, tone is great. I love this type of jazzy folk sound, and for a voice, really cool. But when she ends her part right there, song is echoing weirdly. Why? Oh my god. So she starts in her chest voice right there and ends in her head voice. Really cool. Does it a lot, actually. She likes to go and end her phrases in her head voice, her falsetto. Really cool. So, again, I do this to point out live performances because emotion to me is way more important than being technically sound, and why I don't like the produced recordings, because they do, this would be a part where they would do tone correction. So when she's going up to those falsettos, she's not exactly in tune, right? But again, this is her feeling the music, getting into it. She's closing her eyes to feel what she's singing about. She's in the moment. I much prefer that than being technically sound. I love those runs. I always do. I can't sing, guys. Now you're just showing off. Hey, wait. That's dope. How is she doing like the almost male sounding voice? Doing an octave changer pedal on her vocals. That's so cool. You gonna rap too? Yeah, Rana, a lot of guitar pedals have that too, where it's a octave changer. You can also use a chorus. Some chorus pedals have it where it's an octave. So it'll obviously output the regular sound and then output the chorus, so the second voicing in a lower octave. That's what it sounds like. He's like, her voice is so cool because it's like a mixture of like jazz with rock, like I said before, like the folk sound. And she has so many intonations and different sounds of her voice. She had that very folky sound earlier. Now she has that very jazz rockish sound. And the runs she's doing are amazing. And like I said, all live. And she's hitting these notes. She's singing with feel. The octave changer is really cool. What the hell? So she plays 18 plus instruments as well. Are you saying that there's like nudity on the... I'm just kidding. I had to go there. That's crazy. She plays 18... I mean, there you go. A prodigy right there. I should just put my guitar down. There's no point, right? By the way, that's how I am, and a lot of people don't understand that. They say it should motivate you, but my thing is, why would I want to try and get better when there's people out there like this, and I can just watch them do it instead of try to waste my time doing it? But you know, that's really cool, and I'm assuming self-taught. The way this setup is, the way she plays, her left hand technique. Look, everybody's different, but her left hand technique isn't correct in the classical sense, right? People play different. Some people, like, I'll do my bar chords or my power chords, excuse me. I'll use my first finger and my ring finger. Some people use their first finger and their pinky. It all sounds the same, right? And then she was playing her solo stuff with 2 fingers. I prefer to use my pinky for that. Very much. It depends, I guess. But I'm not sure if she's classically trained or not. She looks self-taught. I think you can go either way with being self-taught. You can learn things wrong when you're self-taught, and then you can't get out of the habit when you do try to get better and go and get classically trained. But you can also do what you want to do and find yourself as an artist when you're self-taught, much like Ren is self-taught. found himself as an artist. She sound like she's found herself as an artist. So pros and cons to all that. But the day and age of YouTube, you can find classical ways to learn, but still be self-taught and kind of mix the two together. There's a lot of people, right, that will play a lot of like crazy stuff with a pick. That will be like Ren, who plays without a pick. He plays with just his fingers. Then there's people who do hybrid picking, which is both, which I haven't got the hang of yet. But my point here is that there's a lot of different ways to play. You got to find the way that's right for you. And a lot of time when you're learning from somebody else, they force that on you. I think when you're self-taught, you can learn the best way to play. So a little bit of a rant, but sorry, my bad. That was really loud. Guitar software I have like distorts everything. Rana, yes, we should learn for the joy of playing. With the joy of playing comes playing with emotion, like I've said before, but it also comes having that passion to, when you play with joy and you love what you do, you eventually want to get better or try different things to keep that joy going. So it's like a cycle, it's cyclical, right? I really do believe that. Oh, she got the high distortion. See, playing with emotion, going for showmanship, all that stuff. No wrong note, it's fine. Yeah, so again, she's using different kind of distortion. Where's my delay here? Right, using more distortion this time. You guys can't hear it because I'm an idiot. There we go. Damn it. So, for those of you that don't know, dynamics on the left hand or technique on the left hand, like hammer-ons, a lot easier with distortion. If I turn distortion off, you can barely hear it, but right, not gonna come through. So again, using distortion to help. Plus, we all like that high gain, that distortion, that overdrive, right? We all love that sound. Cool. Little yodel in there, and she's using the mic pull to cut the sound off. How do I always do that? I don't go far enough. Who does she remind me of vocal wise? I gotta think about it. There's somebody she reminds me of, and I can't place it right now. And also, nothing music related or anything related with the performance, but I like her drip, bro. With the, it looks like the Adidas shoes, the baggy sweatshirt, and the backwards hat. Like, I vibe with that. I vibe with it. That was really cool, Rana. Her voice is very unique and very cool. She has great control of her voice. The different sounds that she can do with her voice. She was yodeling at a point. She was rapping at a point. Again, live bedroom recording. I'm assuming she's an indie artist by now. Why are indie artists so much better than the artists that are backed by billion-dollar companies? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You know, real quick, that riff she was playing in the back, I couldn't figure it out because I'm an asshat, but I believe it was little bit here. That's not it. Fucking piss. There we go. So, really cool, really cool. Yeah, man, I really like that a lot. I want to see more from her. I want to see I want to see more of her singing because she's obviously super talented at that. But I do want to see more of her guitar skills when she's kind of in a studio with some professional sound engineer, right? The cool thing about these is you see the live performance. There's no editing of the sound. It's pure raw. But I would like to see when stuff's like clean up a little bit what it sounds like, right? There's great studio musicians who are horrible at live. There's great live musicians who are horrible in the studio. The good musicians are at least good at both. She's actually got a label. Well, I mean, she deserves it 100%. Let me put this down. All right. That was really cool. I really like that one. I appreciate that, Rena. I want more Tash, so if you got more, definitely send them my way. If you got one that, here's what I want. This was a little bit of both. I want to now see one that's a kind of a vocal showcase, and then I want one that's a guitar showcase, and then we'll come back to one that's both. I like to break them up like that because my brain is stupid and it can't differentiate every time all of that. So, but that was really cool. If you like this video, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That helps the channel out a lot. I really do appreciate the love and support you guys have been showing me. Appreciate that a lot. That's all I got for this one. Everybody say hi to YouTube one more time, chat. Everybody in YouTube's comment section, say hi to chat. If I miss anything in this, please leave a comment below. If you got more suggestions for Tash Sultana, please send them to me. Another artist that I really like so far that I've seen so many good artists I'm coming across because of this channel, and I love it. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much, and please do remember that good vibes are contagious. Yay! And another one. All right, this one. I'm gonna take a quick pee-pee break before I pee-pee my pants like a little boy. So I'll be right back. You can look at the lovely room in the back. The lovely room in the back real quick. I'll put on some music at least so you guys can listen to that. It's literally like a piss break. I'll be right back, all right? Right back. I'm also fat and I need some food. Whoops. Is Ren still answering questions? Hey. Rana, to be honest with you, there ain't much any more of my cherries left to break, all right? Just we're just talking about music. All right, gotcha. My bad. Those of you that had kids, like, you know how much food kids waste? I grew up having to finish my plate. Oh, Sam's on? Look it.
Hufflepuff, bro. Hufflepuff's a weak house.
Someone says, "Do you still couch surf?"
Who's the guy in the back?
Literally sleeping on a blow-up air mattress this time, which is a huge step up
Upgrade.
from Ren's sofa. The amount and nicer than Josh's, but oh yeah, Josh has a terrible air mattress for this day, and mine's like a level up, and it's quite good. But yeah, the amount of sofas I've stayed on pretty much every sofa you've had in the last like 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
Which is there's a lot of sofas I've surfed.
Yeah.
But
we really need you to make it and get spare beds.
Yeah, soon we'll be leveling up, man, with the penthouse. There's a donation link, guys. Let's get these boys their own bedrooms.
Can we do an IKEA wish list?
Someone said mod or a rocker. I reckon mod, mate. To be honest, I love my rock music, but like mod, I'm a mod. What were we saying? Mods or
Shit,
rockers?
it was blowing out my eardrums.
Mods is like ska and punk. And
yeah, I'm definitely a modder.
down with the mods.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like dub and stuff, and ska was probably like quite an original like thing for me. One of my first gigs was ska, so it's like that I went to, so definitely.
I love that thing. I love the fashion as well, man.
That was what I grew up on and played.
DNA there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us are from.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, but it's sick, man.
You know what's funny?
Doc Martens and the old suspenders.
Someone's asking for your PO box and everything.
Oh yeah, the PO box. Hang on, it's on. I'll put a link to it in a second. It's on the YouTube community page, but you've got to scroll down to infinity, which I'm about to do for you. What are we saying as well? Hang
See,
on.
every time.
Sam, see if you can find any questions while I just scroll down. here.
Kara, hey. How are you? Thank you for the birthday wish with it. Thank you for the birthday with it. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it.
The pig butcher, which really isn't true. He's pulling.
It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
the days, the two songs that I did a first reaction to and posted the same day. He didn't do this. The two that I missed, he did this. Went and watched the reactions.
And give everybody.
It is what it is, man. I mean, all right. I'm gonna get into this. So this one is also by Arwen's Photography. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $10 dono. This one's Disturbed Stricken. I'm gonna do the whole recording shindig again. You guys ain't annoyed of me doing it, and you're gonna know it by heart pretty soon. But here we are. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Yes, I'm getting my verbs mixed up again, bro. Damn it. I have a... Okay, go. Members of Fly Music Society, welcome back to the channel. Stream, chat, say hello to YouTube once more for the third time today. Today we got another donation request from Arwen's Photography, a $10 dono to do another Disturbed track, Stricken official music video. I don't think I've heard this one. I've heard several Disturbed, but I'm pretty sure I haven't heard this one. It was 13 years ago though, so I may have. It was 2010. I may have. We'll find out. But I haven't heard it in a long time. I definitely didn't analyze the lyrics or the music or anything like that, so that will be cool to go through. Like I said before, I'm very familiar with Disturbed, but you know, I haven't heard some of their newer stuff, so I'm excited to get into this. It's rock. It's my my area, my expertise, if you will. So very excited for that. For those of you that are new to the channel, what we do here is we watch the video or listen to the music. I stop here and there to talk about things I believe are important, and then after that we talk about the message and we talk about the music. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. This is Disturbed Stricken. Does this need to be covered? Did you write it? Did I not see it? Cover. Yes. Okay, thank you. Yes. So let me do that. You're goated. All right. Here we go. Ew. Spiders. Mosh. That famous Vince. You know what's funny is I heard the riff at the beginning. I'm like, this sounds exactly like a song I've heard before. And then the verse came in. I'm like, that's what song it sounds like. This one. I love this song. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the lyrics because obviously I've never done anything. I've never analyzed the lyrics before. Disturbed, stricken. And I can't spell for shit today. Okay. Let's go back to when the vocals came.
You walk out like a woman in suffering. Won't even bother now to tell me why. You come alone, learning all of us, saving the moment, leaving me broken another time.
You walk on like a woman in suffering. Won't even bother now to tell me why. You come alone, letting us all of us savor the moment, leaving me broken another time. I'm assuming you walk on like a woman in suffering. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Walking like she's troubled, but won't tell him why. She's by herself, letting them all savor the sweet walk that she has, leaving him broken because he's so what do you call it? Dumbfounded by her. All right, keep going.
Like a woman in suffering, won't even bother now to tell me why. You come alone, learning all of us, saving the moment, leaving me broken another time. You come on like a bloodstained hurricane, leave me alone, let me be this time. You carry on like a holy man, pushing redemption. I don't wanna mention the reason I know.
That no, I know. Sorry, I'm going through puberty. You come on like a bloodstained hurricane. Leave me alone. Let me be this time. Bloodstained hurricane. She's coming in, making a mess of things. Leave me alone. Let me be this time. You carry on like a holy man, pushing redemption. I don't want to mention the reason I know. I want to say one of the things I do like about David is that he doesn't use a mic stand. I believe he does use a mic stand, but for a lot of these rock ones where there's supposed to be a lot of energy and stuff, I've noticed he takes the mic off the mic. A lot of them use the mic stand for cool, like it looks cool, but he's out there and he has just the microphone and he's moving around. I feel like for me, I'm glad I'm a guitarist because I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm like this all the time. Like, what am I doing? So it's good to have a guitar in my hands. But that I like that. All right. So that part, you don't know what your power has done to me. I want to know if I'll heal inside. I can't go on with the Holocaust about to happen. Wait. No, I messed up. That I am stricken and can't let you go. When the heart is cold, there's no hope, and we know that I'm crippled by all that you've done. Into the abyss I will run. So basically, like, he's in love with this person that he also hates. She's cold, and he knows there's no hope for the relationship. He knows it, but he's also crippled by her, and he's gonna try to run away. Seems to make sense to me.
You don't know what your power has done to me. I wanna know if I'll heal inside. I can't go on with the Holocaust.
Disturbed is one everyone should get a chance to see live. They're powerful. So here's bands I regret not seeing live. One of them I can see this summer, but I probably won't, honestly, because of the cost and just I can't leave my wife with 3 kids by herself. Limp Bizkit. Say what you want about Limp Bizkit. Brent's a fan of Limp Bizkit. They're like on my bucket list, to be honest. When I was going through those hard times of depression and shit in junior high, it was Limp Bizkit, who was one of the ones I regret not seeing, and Linkin Park was the one I regret not seeing, and now I can't. I can see them, but it won't be the same. But those are like on the top 2 on my list. Then when you go back to like I wasn't able to because I wasn't born yet, but Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, somebody else. For now, that's all I can think of. But yeah, those are like Limp Bizkit. Honestly, was how I got through a lot, and Linkin Park, or how I got through junior high. To be honest, that music got me through it. Those 2 specifically. Let's keep going.
Know what your power has done to me. I wanna know if I'll heal inside. I can't go on with the Holocaust about to happen. Seeing you laughing another time. You'll never know why your face has haunted me. My very soul is to bleed this time. Another hole in the wall of my inner defenses, leaving me breathless. No reason I know.
That line I remember because it struck a chord with me. You never know how your face has haunted me. My very soul has to bleed this time. Another hole in the wall of my inner defenses, leaving me breathless. The hole in the wall of my inner defenses, right? We all put up a wall, especially when we've been hurt so many times. And a lot of times people break through that wall. We let them, we trust them, we let them in, and then they end up hurting us again. Right? 100%. I feel everybody's gone through that at least once. I went through that at least once in college after my biggest breakup I've ever had that left me pretty depressed. I finally was able to kind of get past it, got with somebody that, sure, it was a rebound, but I was also pretty into that person and let them in. And as soon as I let them in, they were just like, I don't like you anymore. And that was it. And, that shit happens, I guess, but definitely didn't feel great. So I can tell the guitarist is classically trained. That is not a typical solo of this type of music back in 13 years ago. This is a 100% classic rock solo. So I appreciate it. That's those are the solos I like to emulate, is that type of thing. And that riff right at the end there is super cool. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track and keep on pace, but Korn is fun, man. I've seen Korn twice, and I really like Korn. They know how to put on a show. They know how to keep the audience engaged, but they also know how to play with emotion. I don't know if you saw my reaction to Daddy. What a fucking horrible experience that was. But that whole band is about emotion. But yeah, I love that solo. It's a great song. Sorry, I keep stopping. To go to the I know part, like, it's always the end of the phrase bleeds into the start of the next phrase. So I is at the end of the beat, but it's actually the beginning of the next phrase vocal lyric wise. Really cool musical touch. Makes me want to listen to Stained, to be honest with you. I really like that song. His lyrics have always been pretty poetic from what I remember. I just never like actually analyzed them. Rena Evanescence, I believe she's a female vocalist that's highly, highly underrated. She's very prominent for female musicians, but like fans wise, a lot of female musicians love her. I love her vocals. I'm not a fan of the music, just it's not my thing, but I can still appreciate an artist even if I'm not a fan of the music. So I think it would be cool. And I did see, what did you say? Bring Me the Horizon one day. Yeah. I did hear that, and it was really, really good. So that was cool. Thank you, Arwen's Photography. I apologize that I think I listened to this song like when it came out. So technically it's like I'm hearing it again. I really liked kind of diving into the lyrics there and talking about the vocals and the guitar licks and stuff. So really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you like this kind of revisit of Disturbed Stricken, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That helps the channel out a lot. Leave a comment down below the next Disturbed song you think I should listen to, or another song like this that you would like. And let me know if, I don't know the guitarist's name, but it sounds like he's classically trained. So if you guys can let me know that would be cool too. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. And please do remember that good vibes are contagious. Beep boop. You were working in radio. How was working in radio? And if you are even keen to how it works now, how different is it? I'm just curious. That's all. Oh no. Bro. Okay. I love working in radio when it came out. I am Tim Minchin. I think you're excited for this, huh? Tim Minchin. Oh, thank you for highlighting in green. Look at you. That riff's gonna be stuck in my head all day. Do I need to cover this? Oh, you told me no cover. Yeah, I like the no cover ones. Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming that they get paid even less now. I knew some people that knew people in radio, like the high level radio, and they still only get paid like less than 100 grand a year. So I don't know. In California, 100 grand's not that much. Just to let you guys know that. I don't know where you guys live, but 100 grand is not that much in California. I believe in the San Francisco Bay Area, where I was born and raised, I think the average household income to like break even is like 252,000 now. That's insane. That is ridiculously insane. So anyways, I'm not going to do the intro. I'm just going to start the recording, and I'll do the intro for this one after the fact. I want to do some of them like that and some of them not. So concentrate on the lyrics in this one. I refute. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to start the record button in 3, 2. All right, we got another dono request here from another one from Rana Hook. Thank you for your $10. This is a $5 donation, excuse me, from Rana. Really appreciate it. She wanted me to react to Tim Minchin Prejudice. I believe this is a comedy sketch, but like a song much like Bo. This is Bo Burnham's kind of muse, right? Like this is his idol, I guess, who he looks up to. So I'm curious for this. As you guys know, I really do love Bo and what I've been seeing from Bo. So I'm excited to get into this. And Rana told me to make sure I pay attention to the lyrics, to the words. So I'm going to do that. All right. Without further ado, let's get into Prejudice by Tim Minchin. Here we go. Hey, British.
This is a song about prejudice and the language of prejudice.
I have to stop. This piano that he's playing right now sounds exactly like 100% note for note a Chicago song. Maybe I'll play a few after this, but.
And the power of the language of prejudice. It's
Hey, now it doesn't
called
sound like it anymore.
prejudice. Prejudice. In a modern free-spoken society, there is a word that we still hold taboo. A word with a terrible history of being used to abuse, oppress and subdue. Just 6 seemingly harmless letters arranged in a way that will form a word with more power than the pieces of metal that are forged to make swords.
Words.
A couple of G's, an R and an E, an I and an N.
I feel like the crowd needs to just laugh. Just laugh. It's fine. It's what he's going for. Just do it. It's okay.
An R and an E, an I and an N. Just 6 little letters, all jumbled together, have caused damage that we may never mend. And it's important that we all respect that if these people should happen to choose to reclaim the word as their own, it doesn't mean the rest of you have a right to its use. So never underestimate.
You know what's crazy? I want to talk about what he's talking about in a second. The way he sings, well, let me rephrase this. The way Bo sings really is similar to this. So not only is his comedy style is he getting from this, but also his vocal style sounds a lot like this. Kind of crazy if you think about, like, if you had not told me that that was his mentor, I'd be like, or who he looks up to, be like, he had to get inspiration from him, right? So it makes sense. For sure makes sense. He's kind of getting into a topic here that it ends up being a political topic, social political topic. But let's keep going and then
A right to its use, so never underestimate the power that language imparts. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can break hearts. A couple of G's, unless you've had to live it. An R and an E, even I am careful with it. An I and an N, in the end it will only offend. Don't wanna have to spell I and an N, in the end it will only offend. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can break hearts.
Didn't Bo and the one that I reacted to, Bo had a similar line.
A couple of G's, unless you've had to live it. An R and an E, even I am careful with it.
Where that at? That's 100% Bo sounds like that. That's crazy to me. It's almost Hey Grumps, what's up? Yeah, we're listening to Mention right now. Rana, it's so weird. It's like if I were to shut my eyes, I would think that Bo is doing an impersonation of somebody else. It's weird.
An I and an N, in the end it will only offend. Don't wanna have to spell it out again.
I think his voice is a little bit better, obviously, but
yeah.
blues riff.
Only a ginger can
wish.
call another ginger. Only a ginger can call another ginger. So listen to me if you care for your health. You won't call me ginger unless you're ginger yourself. Yeah, only a ginger can call another ginger. Yep, when you are a ginger, life is pretty hard. Years of ritual bullying in the schoolyard. The kids calling you Ranger and Fanta Pants. No invitation to the high school dance, but you get up and learn to hold your head up. You try to keep you cool and not get head up, but
Right now, I feel like an idiot because I didn't even think about it. But it's the same letters. I told you my brain is very. I'm dumb. I told you that. That makes that even funnier.
pants. No invitation to the high school dance, but you get up and learn to hold your head up. You try to keep you cool and not get head up, but until the filling of bill is truly let up, then the word is ours and ours alone. Don't you know that only a ginger can call another ginger ginger? If only a ginger can call another ginger ginger. So if you call us ginge, we just might come unhinged. If you don't have a fringe with at least a tinge of the ginge in it, only a ginger can call another ginger ginger.
You know what's funny is you said that, Rana, but really what he's saying could apply to the other one too. Like, yeah, they have the same spelling, but also what he's saying could be applied to that. Yeah. And that's a good one. Yeah, he was setting up to think it's about the N-word, proving his point about prejudice. I mean, kind of, sort of, but when he said the song is called Prejudice, and then he had those letters, you kind of are gonna, he kind of led us there. Like, yes, you're right, but also he kind of led us there. Not like lettuce, I am hungry, but he led us to that. So I agree with you, but there's a little bit of leading there. Can't take all the credit for that.
Now listen to me, we're not looking for sympathy. Just because we're sensitive to UV. Just because we're pathetically.
Let's be real here for a second, because I like to be the devil's advocate here. When you think prejudice, ain't no way any of us think, oh, ginger. That's the first thing we're going to think of when it's prejudice. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. There's no way that's true. I can guarantee you that maybe aside from redheaded people, I'm going to say everybody outside of that, I'm going to say like 99.9% ginger's the last thing they think of, especially when you spell out those letters. It's probably the first one that's going to come to mind. So, yes, there's a little bit of prejudice there, but also he had a nice leading tone to it. But I do get the point. Yes.
Ginge, we just might come unhinged if you don't have a fringe with at least a tinge of the ginge in it. Only a ginger can call another ginger ginger. Now listen to me, we're not looking for sympathy. Just because we're sensitive to UV. Just because we're pathetically pale.
Yeah,
we do alright with the females. Yeah, I like to ask the ladies round for ginger beer. And soon they're running their fingers through my ginger beard. And dunking my ginger nuts into their ginger tea, yeah. And asking, can they call me ginger? And I say, I think that's appropriate. It's only a ginger can call another ginger ginger. Yeah. And all the ladies, they agree it's a fact. Once you're gone ginger, you can't go back. Only a ginger can call another ginger.
I think what I was saying is, obviously he can't say that word, right? So he's essentially taking the song it would be with that word and just inputting ginger there instead, and then obviously changing the characteristics. If that makes sense. Ginger nuts are a type of cookie biscuit here in Australia. Yep. I watch Bluey because of the kids, and I also watched The Wiggles. So I know a little bit of, I know a little tiny bit about Australian stuff.
And
Also, I know Bluey is in New Zealand, not Australia, but you get my point.
Yeah. And all the ladies, they agree it's a fact. Once you're gone ginger, you can't go back.
Also, I would love some ginger nuts in my mouth right now.
Only a ginger can call another ginger ginger. Yeah, go ginge, go you funky motherfucking ginger. Yeah, you can call us
it's a double
bozo or
meaning for
fire
sure.
truck. You can even call us carrot top or blood nut. Yeah, you can call us matchstick or tampon. But fucking with the G word is just not on. If you're a gingerphobe and you don't like us, we will stand up to the fight if you want to fight us. But if you cut yourself, you might catch gingivitis. So maybe you should shut your funky mouth. Yeah, only a ginger can call another ginger. Yeah, only a ginger can call another ginger. See, if you call us ginge, you can't whinge if you're injured. If you don't have a tinge of the ginge in your minge, only a ginger can call another ginger. Yeah, and you know my kids will always be clothed and fed, 'cause Papa's gonna be bringing home the gingerbread. And they'll be pretty smart because they'll be well read. And by red, I mean red and the other kind of red. It's a homophone. Only a ginger can call another ginger. Can call another ginger.
Hey, he's fucking talented at the piano though, and singing too. But
only a ginger can call another ginger. Just like only a ninja can sneak up on another ninja. Only a ginger. Yeah, are you listening? I'm not pointing the finger, I'm just having a singer. I am just reminding ya that only a ginger can call another ginger.
I like that. That was sick. I still think that what I said is true, right? He's essentially writing that song about what it what am I gonna say here? He's essentially writing that song about the other word, but he used the other word so that he can actually write that song, right? That's not what I want to do. Stop it. Go away. Do this. That was really cool. I want to hear more Tim. I definitely see the inspiration for Bo 100%. Like I was saying, not just in the type of comedy, right? The awkwardness, the having to explain jokes to the audience, the kind of using his facial expressions, the cold deadpan stare, all that stuff. The way he sings, all of that is like Bo. Or Bo, I see it. Bo is Tim mentioned, just younger and American, right? Like 100%. He does like brushing up that line. Thank you, God, with a classic piece of ironic humor. Yeah. I mean, honestly, he's pretty far from the line. It's just, so he himself is far from the line, but the thought of what he's talking about is pretty close to the line, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like the audience has to take themselves to that line. He's ridding himself of that responsibility, essentially. Really cool. I really like that. That was really, really cool. Thank you for that, Rana. All right. Who is next? Let's see. Not recording. Okay. So that was Tim Minchin. You can definitely see here 100%. The one definitely here, Bo. So we can do. Hey, Grumpy. There was a. I remember last time you were in here, you said that there was a song you wanted to request. So we have time. I'm gonna be here for another hour and 10 minutes or so. If not, we can do it next time. So you said, and to cover it. Gotcha. This looks ridiculous. All right. Okie dokes. Okie dokes. All right. Next up, we have Far Over the Misty Mountains Cold, low bass singer cover by Jeff Castellucci. And this is another $10 dono by Arwen's Photography. Thank you again, Arwen's, putting so much into the channel. I really appreciate it. So we're gonna get into this about 4 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm assuming this is an a cappella thing. I don't know. I mean, I heard strings in the background, but it says low bass singer. So we'll see. We will see. I could be totally off base. All right, here we go. Passionate string music, 100%. I guess this goes with the old bass singer type of vibe. This is all him. It's crazy. Ooh. A little dissonance there. He went like major for a second. It's harmonic minor right there.
Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old.
He's I can't tell if that's harmonic minor or melodic minor. That was that was like a sharp
He
2.
must away and break of day to find our long forgotten gold. The pines were roaring on the height.
This makes me want to like slowly march, like I want to start slowly marching.
Was moaning in the night. The fire was red, it flaming spread. The trees like torches blazed with light.
The high voice too. The vibrations you have to get for that low singing too is pretty crazy. I'm sure like his whole chest is vibrating, right? Subharmonic. Yeah. I can definitely hear it. I don't know what that sounds like, but or I do know what it sounds like, but what's his octave range?
But in the forest stood no leaf.
That was horrible. He's pretty high though.
Their shadows lay, be night or day, and dark things silent crept beneath.
Layering is whoa. The layering is crazy. What is happening today? I cannot speak. The layering is crazy. Obviously it's done post because he can't do all four voices at once, but they end and start all at the same time perfectly. With succotash. people hit that note, but like you can tell they're kind of struggling to hit it, but not him, man.
And mountains all we must away, we must away. We ride before the break of day.
Holy Jesus. Those are like crazy low notes. Crazy. Brandon, you sent me Rammstein. Oh boy. Oh boy. Which one did you send me? All right. Before I get into that. That was crazy. I like the video was super simple, right? I mean, it was just 4 different cuts, right, of him sitting there and just singing, but the vibe definitely matches with the type of low bass singing. Obviously, he can go low. I want to know what his vocal range is, though, right? Like, ooh, I can't go that low, but that was crazy. Wow. I want to hear more. I want to know. Hold on, I have to look. Does he do the Halo theme? Because if he does, that will make my day. Sound of Silence. I have to look. I'll go through his stuff because I want to hear some. There's some songs I'm gonna want to hear. Oh, he has a tutorial too. Sick. All right, this is one I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole for. Oh my gosh, I didn't record that because I'm an idiot. All right. So Brana Rammstein I've heard of, and I've heard Du Hast, but I haven't watched the Live in Paris one. So you can keep that, or you can change it. It's up to you. But I have heard the Du Hast before. Du Hast. Shit, really? What happened? I can search it, I guess. Okay. So this is a thing. Okay, I didn't read the actual title. I don't want to do this. Oh my god. Facing accusations from several young women who have reported a casting system used to recruit fans for sex with the singer after his concert. Like it's an abuse of power has a rep. So he was grooming kids. Awesome sauce. Great. That's great. Here's the thing. I'm torn on this, guys. Like, I 100% follow the innocent until proven guilty. I'm all for innocent until proven guilty. I know Rammstein will get me huge amounts of views on YouTube, but honestly, for my credibility and what I believe in, I can't do it. Like, if he ends up being like not guilty or whatever, then that's fine. But as the father of a daughter, I can't. I'm sorry, Raina, I can't. You can choose something else. I'm sorry. I was gonna try, but I don't it's not even about being canceled. It's what I believe in, and this is something I just can't support. I love Rammstein. I like their music, but I just can't do it. Sorry, guys. You'll find that there's just things I won't budge on, and that's one of them. What did they say about it? German rock band Rammstein has addressed allegations of assault and abuse of power against their lead singer. They have urged fans not to prejudge the situation. It's all very hard, and we take them extremely. We say to our fans, it's important to us that you feel comfortable and safe at our shows in front of we condemn any kind of transgression or to fulfill the sexual and several stories that's been reported here. That's just military being cast up. Okay, yeah, everything says the same, and they didn't actually talk about it. So, next, you're fine. Do not worry, Rana. Do not worry. I didn't either. I was ready to push play, and then somebody said that, and I looked. So that's why we have a chat. All good. All peachy. We just hit the 3-hour mark. Goated. Any of you guys that want to get in a couple last minute requests, the link is in the pinned comments. What we can do is, since we have an hour left, we'll do 5-minute donos if you guys want to if you want to put in a song for me to react to. $5 donos, we can do that. That's fine. And then if there's nothing after the ones on the list, I have a couple things that I want to talk about, and then we'll end it for the day, and then we'll do another stream another time. But I appreciate that. Different song in the spreadsheet. La, la, la. Aurora. Do, 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 do. Ooh. Yeah, I can go low too. Fuck it. Excuse me. Stop. I'm not ready. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Nobody knows everything unless it's mentioned. How could you know? No, exactly, Grump. No worries. Look, I was gonna push through because it was requested, and I know you guys probably want to hear it, but I can't support somebody who's into that stuff. I'm sorry. Can't do it. All right. What the fuck happened? Okie dokes. All right, I'm gonna start the record. All right. So this next one we're gonna do is another donation by Rana Hook. I don't know why I said it like that. I apologize. Another one by Rana Hook. This one is Aurora. It Happened Quiet. Another artist I've never heard of, never seen, don't know what they look like, don't know what genre they are. They're a singer. I have no. This is a literal blind reaction. So we're gonna get into this. Doesn't need to be covered, so that's always great for the channel. All right, let's get into this. This is Aurora. It Happened Quiet. Harp. No, it's a guitar. What am I talking about? Wait, I'm so confused. Guitar.
Blue and hollow as it rains against their will, feathers falling out of a pillow, as if time is standing still, and I can't remember much more, but I.
How young is she? She could be like 15, 16. I want to start from close to the beginning.
As it rains against their will, falling out of a pillow.
Really pronounce that O sound. Oh, she's kind of like, how do I explain it? Oh, she's pushing her mouth, the top of her jaw out, so it's emanating from the bottom, and it gives it that deeper O sound. I really like her pronunciations. Her tone is so clean, though. Nuts. 26. Hey, what fountain of youth did you find? Can I have some?
As falling out of a pillow. As if time is standing still, and I can't remember much more, but I know it happened quiet, so quiet.
Oof. That, I don't know why that vibrato gave me chills.
So
oof. I think because it's, you know what's funny? She said quiet and she's singing very quietly, but to get that the vibrato with the right timing, the same, like each of the vibrations are like perfectly in sync and the same. It's
so quiet. Words falling.
She says quiet and the music stops.
Words falling out through the window. All that remains is a silent call. Is the earth colored red as I land like a flower on the meadow?
Her head voice or falsetto is almost like whisper singing. Thank you, Axe. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. She's almost like whisper singing. Her falsetto is so like she's projecting such a little amount of air coming out of her mouth that it's almost whisper singing. Very light and airy.
Call it red as I land like a flower on the meadow. Oh, love is wild. You fell apart.
Belle. She really pronounced that L sound. Her pronunciations are very unique. I like it.
Fell apart like a stone can be broken into sand.
Oh, wait, for real? Is it sad that like I can relate to the artist by knowing what kids movie she's in? The Life of a Dad. So she was the voice of the North Wind. That's her. Hey, that was pretty good, guys. That's pretty good.
Broken into sand. Oh, thousand pieces.
So a movie about people, a family in Norway. Almost said it in Norwegian. God, I'm stupid. In Norway, they actually got a Norwegian singer. Wow, Disney.
Spread across a crying land, and you can't remember that day, but you know it happened quiet, so quiet.
Again, saying quiet goes quiet. Oh, whisper singing.
Words falling out through the window. All that remains is a silent call. Is the
Backup singer is really good too. Obviously, she's not the focal point, but being a backup to this very light and you mentioned the backup singer and I said that. It's very light. Trying to match her light voice is very difficult. You can't overpower when you're the backup vocal. You have to be able to keep up with her ebbs and flows and her dynamics and the speed at which she's singing. So props to her too.
Silent call is the earth, call it red as I land like a flower on the meadow. Oh, love is wild. Our dreams as that as they seem. Our dreams as that.
Obviously, there's reverb, so it makes it sound a lot more airy, but high vocals are amazing.
Our dreams as that as they seem. Our
He's hitting those backup singer. What's her name? Silja. How do you say it? Yeah, Silja. She's singing them in like chest voice. Yo,
Our dreams as that as they seem. Our dreams
it's crazy.
as that as they seem. Don't you speak over my voice. I will return from the shadows and I bleed in your bed. Turn it red like the ground outside your window. Oh, love
Sylvia.
is wild. Love is wild.
Don't hate me for this comment, but her outfit and the way she moves is very like stereotype of what a hippie is. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's what the vibe I'm getting. She's very eccentric with her movements, though. But I think with people who are eccentric usually end up being very good at what they do. So, no fault to her at all.
Love is wild.
I mean, they just cut her bangs off. That's all they did. There you go. It looks like it. Got the little percussion at the end. That was very, very pretty. I've said this before. People are gonna get mad at me when I post this, but look, you can appreciate an artist or a song without liking the type of music that they have. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the very slow melodic singing with this type of song is not my vibe. I'll say that. However, it doesn't mean I can't appreciate the artist, the singing, the vocal prowess, them working together, how light and feathery she is, or airy she is with her voice, how she's able to sing so accurately in her very quiet, soft voice. Her voice is like butter, honestly, when it's going in and out. But it's, you know, I'm curious to see what other how she can, if there's any other like more intense songs that she does. Like I said, those slower ones are not really for me, unfortunately, but it just is what it is. But like I said, I still appreciate her talent 100%. She's a total weirdo. I mean, weirdos unite, man. I'm weird. I'm weird as shit. We did not do MB14, so we can do that one next, Rana, if you would like. But yeah, that was really, really great voice. Again, another artist. I feel like a lot of these reactions end up being, except for the Tash Sultana, it's been all vocal stuff. For both reaction streams, it's been vocal stuff. But in any event, all right, we got one more. There's another one that Rana did, the $5 donation. Hold up. All right, yeah, so the next one is another $5 donation by Rana. This one is Pyramids by MB14. Is this a cover or is this an original? I only ask because there's an artist that does a song called Pyramids that I really like. And if it's a cover of that, this is probably my favorite one that we've done today. So, anywho. Oh, Golden Buzzer. You know how... Okay. I fucked up my algorithm. I fucked up my algorithm spending like 2 hours just going through Britain's Got Talent Golden Buzzer auditions and weird auditions. The stuff's addicting. But this is the name of the video is Britain's Got Talent Golden Buzzer Audition Pyramids Beatbox Loop Station MB14. So I remember this. I remember you telling me about this. So we're gonna do some beatboxing. Feel like it's a lost art. 1080p premium HD enhanced bitrate. Oh, get YouTube Premium, suck my dick. Sorry, that was very vulgar. Anywho, let's get into this. You said cover, I saw. All right, here we go.
Good hair. Yeah. Great hair.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh, yes. Hello, too. Tell me all about you. I want to know everything.
My name is MB14, and I'm French.
Oh, c'est très bien. And what made you come to this show in Britain, Britain Got Talent?
Appreciate Frank for you being here as long as you did. Thank you. We're almost done here. But I appreciate you being here and hanging out in the chat. It means a lot. It really does. Thank you. Have a good day, man. See you around.
The train Eurostar. It's been a long time that I've been watching BGT, you know, and I remember when I started watching that show, I felt a lot of inspiration, and I said to myself, maybe one day I'll be on that stage. So.
Well, here you are.
I thought maybe I'll be on the stage one day, but I'm not in the audience.
So, what is your act based on?
Basically, all you're about to hear is made with my voice, so I hope you like it.
Show us what you've got.
Thank you so much, ladies and
Good
gentlemen.
beatboxer. Let's go. He said it's all with his voice. Oh, he's gonna loop it. Okay, that's fair. I mean, I'll take you literal, bro. I mean. Simon's face. Even with all that Botox, you could see he still has an expression. Sorry, that was rude.
No way.
That's
Is that really him doing that?
Okay. Yes, it's him really doing that, but he also has some compression and modulation on his voice. But still impressive. Jesus Christ.
Is that still him?
Yes, go.
Melodic vocal part was sick. Just like a lot of vocalist, this takes so much practice to like get not only get the right sound out of your mouth that you want, because if you're practicing without it going through whatever setup he has, it's gonna sound different than when he's going through that, right? So first you got to figure out how to make the sound, then you got to put it through probably a little MIDI box, and then once it's there, you okay, now it sounds different. Now I got to change it, make it sound like this. How do I add vibrato to it? So I have a respect for beatboxers, man, because they know how to get so many different sounds that are so close together but still very different. It's really cool. Crazy vocalist. Who gives him the golden buzzer now? If it's Simon, you know that's respect.
Oh, we like him.
He doesn't get stunned very often.
That is really good. Really good, isn't it? Really good.
We were made to be nothing more than this, finding magic in all the smallest things.
It's really good. Yeah, it is.
That's what really matters. Let's make tonight go on. You make me feel made to be nothing more than this, finding magic in all the smallest things. You make me feel we notice that's what really matters. Let's make tonight go on. You make me feel like my troubled heart is a million miles.
I gotta say, how shitty would it be if they do that and then Simon's like, no, that doesn't count. None of the judges did it. Simon would do some shit like that. Grumpy, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm not a fan of Ed Sheeran. I understand his talent. I just don't like him. You can hate me for it if you want, but so when somebody compares somebody to Ed Sheeran, I'm like, I'll pass. But that's just me being ignorant. But I appreciate you, Grumpy McGrump. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time, and I'll see you in the comments. Thank you.
You make me feel
Well done. Well done. That was brilliant, man. I loved everything about that. You're welcome. You're welcome.
That was amazing. So good.
Take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow.
I want to see what they
You
say.
are absolutely phenomenal. We've never had anyone like you on the show.
I agree.
The fact that you've got nice hair, no one cares about that today.
I can.
You are phenomenal, my friend.
It just felt cool, it felt now, we've seen nothing like it. It was fantastic.
I don't know where you've been.
I have been in France.
Seriously, doesn't matter where you're from, we should have heard of you by now because this was phenomenal. I mean, seriously, phenomenal.
When Simon gives you that praise, like, I know he gets a lot of hate, but honestly, I respect Simon for being real. Like, he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He was he was my favorite judge on American Idol for sure. I can probably reset you if you want, if it's really that important, Grumps.
Yes! Look at them. They were like greyhounds out of a trap. We didn't even have a chance to say anything. Anyway, it's so well deserved.
Thank you so much.
It's one of the great, great, great auditions you will never, ever forget.
No, mercy to you.
This is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
The dog
First,
wants
I
out.
did-
Hold on. It gets over 80 degrees and she can't handle it anymore.
Didn't think that they would like it so much. And second, what a surprise you did to me today. I really didn't expect the golden buzzer. It's wow.
Listen, well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
You're very welcome.
Thank you for your
welcome.
Congratulations. That was
Sweet.
amazing.
He's a good dude
Part of
too.
this adventure with you guys.
Thank
That's an
you.
honor.
Thank you
so
for
much.
coming.
He should do some beatboxing with Ren. Every good artist from now on, I'll be like, he should do with Ren. He should do with Ren. Yeah. Oh man, that was really cool. I think it's what do you call it? I think beatboxing is kind of a lost art, unfortunately. There's this like I guess a select amount of fans that love beatboxing. But I don't think it's respected as it really should be, unfortunately. That's sad. But that was really cool. I want to hear more. I believe you sent me another one from him, excuse me. Or somebody did, I think, in the Discord to do another MB14. I think it's this one actually, the MB14 versus Sorrow. I'll do that one next time. But that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Next up is some Aussie comedy. Jim Jeffrey. Hey, I like Jim Jeffrey. Jim likes to push boundaries. Just a warning for anybody who's easily offended. No worries. I'm not easily offended. All right. We'll do this one, and it'll be, unless anybody has another one they want to put in at the last minute, this will probably be the last one for the day. And then I'll do a little bit, I'll talk about something for a little bit at the end, and then we'll get going for the day, for the weekend. But let's do this one real quick.
And then they always say,
Jim Jeffries, man. I haven't watched one of his specials in a long ass time. All right. All right, this last one for the day. The next one up is Jim Jeffries live. What's the name of this one? Jim Jeffries Freedom, spelled D-U-M-B. So this is a clip, a 7-minute clip. Apparently, viewer discretion advised, I guess. This may offend some people. I'm not about that on this channel, meaning I'm not about worrying about offending, to be honest. Comedy is comedy. It should be funny. Obviously, if it's straight up just hate speech, then that's different. But all right, let's get into it. I don't need to cover this one. Yay, more comedy. Let's go. Watch that whole special. That was good. That was good. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some people that are offended by that, but he's speaking truth. I mean, people, that's the thing about, that's the thing is there's so many people nowadays that are like so sensitive, and I'm not just talking about one side or the other. It's on both sides. You know, the right will be like, oh, those liberals are so sensitive, but oh no, if we talk about taking away your precious guns, then you get all mad, and you all of a sudden now you don't have a way to compensate for your small dick. Sorry, I'm getting too far into it. For the record, I don't want to ban guns. I'm just making a point here that both sides are oversensitive. Whether it's Generation X, Generation Z, millennials, if you're a fucking fossil, it doesn't matter. Everybody is super sensitive nowadays. Now, being sensitive is not the same thing of having mental stuff going on like I do, like Ren does, like all that. That's totally something different. That's the other thing that pisses me off is people think if you're depressed that you're just too sensitive. You're a snowflake. It has nothing to do with that. People need to educate themselves, but people are too lazy because they like to have willful ignorance. Um, yeah, I can get into a whole conversation about all that stuff, but I'm just not going to. Anyways, that was funny. I love Jim Jeffries. I like that it's called free dumb too, because it is pretty dumb that people say we're the most free country. 92 others, bro. That was fun. Thank you, Rana. All right. I'm gonna call it, at least for the reactions today. Thank you so much for all of that stuff. I really do appreciate. I want to say the next stream I do is probably gonna not be a paid donation. We'll shoot the shit. We'll talk about whatever. I'll probably kind of bring you guys into how I do my what do you call it? My process on how I edit videos and stuff. That'll be fun. And then we'll shoot the shit. We'll probably go in and I'll do my own live reactions to stuff I wanted to react to, separate from what I have on the list for videos. And hell, maybe I'll play some music for you guys. We'll see how that goes for the next one. But this is fun. All the great comedians bring truth to the con. George Carlin was a go-to. So, 100%. I think George Carlin was one of the probably best ever. For sure. I appreciate those of you that are left. I know it's Friday. I know it's late. My daughter wants me to get off. I'll get off early for my birthday. Don't worry. I know there's only 3 of us. It's me and you two. It just makes it to where me getting a little bit deep here will be kind of more special, I guess. I'm gonna sit. All right. So I know Rana, you are in the Discord, so you kind of know a little bit about this. Yeah, so I mentioned it a little bit the last couple days, last couple weeks have been a little bit hard. I've been wanting to be specific for a while about kind of the stuff I've been going through. And there's a way back when there was only 2 of you in the Discord, I brought it up, but I'll bring it up now. The last few years, I guess, there's been a lot of turmoil between my mom and I. Just very controlling, very manipulative, very narcissistic, very just mentally abusive. And it came to a point where it started to affect my relationship with her to a point where it was visible to my kids, and I don't want them to see that. So I thought long and hard. You know, we cut them off for a bit, and I was like, eventually we should have a discussion and talk this out, because we need to talk it out. And we did, or we set a date, and the day before, and it was like a week out, something like that. And I was talking to my wife about it and all this stuff, and she started sending me some articles. And I have a friend who is a child therapist who I kind of brought it up to, and not because I'm a child, but she deals with like parental and you know, that type of dynamic. And so we talked about it for a little bit, and she sent me some articles as well from licensed therapists about childhood trauma. Essentially, you know, my mom and my stepdad would, and I thought it was playful at the time, but they would call me dumb and stupid a lot, and like dumbass, shouldn't do that. Like it was joking, but I'm a kid, right? My actual parents divorced when I was 4 years old, and I remember a little bit of it. I remember 2nd grade, having a really hard time. Part of that was kids making fun of me for it, saying I was to blame and stuff like that. And I had one friend who I actually don't talk to anymore, but he kind of took me aside and was like, don't listen to them. They have no bearing on your life. They don't know you. They're just being stupid. Pretty mature, actually, for being in 2nd grade. But he didn't say it in that way. Obviously, he said it like a kid, but so that was pretty hard. But you know, my dad's told me stories about how he was holding me and when I was like 1 or 2, and they would argue, and just my mom would be violent with me in his arms. And then my stepdad and my mom would argue in front of me as I was like elementary school teenager, like yelling and screaming at each other. My mom throwing stuff, and they would ask me like, who's right here? Who do you think is right? And they would just bring me into it. And I would just sit there listening to it. I wouldn't go to my room. I just froze. I kind of like froze in place because I don't want them to fight, but at the same time, I don't want them to think I'm like running, like I'm leaving them hanging. I don't know if that even makes sense. But one of the articles, and I hadn't mentioned any of this to the friend of mine that's a therapist, but one of the articles that she sent me, and then also my wife happened to send me the same exact article, was talking about childhood trauma stemming from parents arguing and how it affects you later on in life. Being having anxiety, it's one of the leading causes of anxiety and depression for older men, and it also can lead to communication issues in future relationships. All of those things are true. I have issues communicating how I'm feeling to my wife. Instead of saying something, I shut down. I go do something else. I never talk about it again until I feel fine. Push it down and continue. I do that. When we're arguing about something, we need to work something out. I don't talk. Something I'm working on. I have anxiety. I tend to overanalyze things in my brain. I blame myself for not being enough all of the time. I blame myself for not doing a lot of things or being bad at a lot of things when really I'm not bad. I make mistakes, but every single mistake is the end of the world for me. And now this whole depression thing with this, you kind of get a little bit more of how I've been feeling lately in my reaction to suicide. I'm not going to get super into it, but I cut some people out of my life this past 2 years. Best decision ever. Yeah. The thing is, like, my wife keeps asking me, like, how do you feel about it? How do you, and I want to just cut it. Like, I want to pretend, or not pretend. To me now, they're pretty much dead to me. If I cut somebody out, it's literally like I'm taking that piece of paper, cutting it, and throwing it away. It's not like there's an imprint still there. If they're out of my life, they're out of my life. Maybe it's cold, but they have to be out. And she literally said to me, like, why are you so cold about it? And it's like, I have to be. I can't keep thinking about it, and then I'll have regrets, and then maybe those regrets will get the best of me, and then I'll try to get, rekindle a relationship that there is no rekindling for. There's nothing to be fixed. And then it's going to waste time. It's going to cause more pain. I don't want to go through it. I just don't. I don't. So first of all, they knew that we were pregnant when all this was going on, and then we stopped talking to them, and they could do the math. I mean, it was 10 and a half months after they knew we were pregnant. They didn't ask about the baby, not how are you doing. Granted, I told them to never speak to us again, but you would at least think they would have tried. And then these last few days or last couple weeks, she's been reaching out saying the door's always open. And my whole thing is, like, the door's not open because the ball's not in my court. It's up to you guys to make amends. It's not up to me at this point. I voiced my opinion, not my opinion. I voiced what's going on here, what you did wrong, and how you can fix it. If you don't want to own up to it, then that's it. But ultimately realizing that somebody who I guess was that close to me can be kind of the leading cause of my anxiety and depression has been pretty bad. Yeah, I had some pretty dark days the last couple days. Like I said, I was in my closet in the fetal position crying, trying to figure out. My wife started this new job, and it's hard on her because her dream, and I know this may sound shallow, but we agreed to this, is that she would take care of our kids. She would be the one that stays home, takes care of the kids, because we don't trust anybody else. She's a teacher. She wouldn't make enough to teach, and we have a babysitter. We don't want a nanny raising our kids. I would be the breadwinner. She would be the one that stays home. But I love my job. I love what I do, and I'm at a starting point where I can move up. But we've just had so many things happen at our house, expenses and stuff, that I'm now not making enough to pay all of this debt that we've incurred because of just natural stuff that's happened. Our AC broke, our water heater broke, all these things that piled up. And you know, she's tired all the time because she's not sleeping, because she's breastfeeding the kid. He wakes up 4 times a night, and I can't help breastfeed. I mean, I can hold her boob, but she's still awake. Like it's she's not happy, and therefore I feel like I'm a failure because I'm not doing what I promised I would do. And then, you know, this YouTube stuff is definitely gaining faster than I expected it to. But it's also to the point where, like, I'm putting a lot of time into it and not really making any money for it. So, like, is it really worth my time? And then I sometimes don't have the mental capacity to release a video because I don't have the drive, and I'm mentally drained because of all these things going on and the turmoil, that I don't have the drive to edit a video, but I need to put content out. That's why I haven't had a video since Tuesday. But there will be one tomorrow. It's just all the stuff piled up on me at once, and having the insomnia. I'm eating 1 meal a day right now. Today was a little bit better. I made sure to eat because I'm feeling better, but it becomes a vicious cycle. And I talk about it in my suicide reaction, but you get depressed, you hate your mind, but you also feel like you need to feel that way because it's the only time you feel like you're yourself. But then your body starts to almost fight back at you for treating it so badly. And I'm not eating, so now my body's giving out. My knees are hurting, my back's always hurting, my ankles are always hurting, my wrist is hurting so bad I can't hold my kid. It's just everything piled up, and I hit a breaking point. And I started creating a note in my phone that I deleted this morning or last night about the pros and cons. Like, what if I were gone? What would happen? And, it just... And then when it was all said and done, like, I felt bad for having that feeling, because, like, what am I gonna do? Leave them out to dry, my family? So it's just... It's been a little rough, is what I'm saying. So this channel, these streams, hanging out with you guys is very much therapy. So I appreciate you guys for the support. Frank, you missed us getting super, super deep. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out, because it like, it's definitely selfish, I'm not gonna lie, to be able to have an escape from reality for 4 hours on my birthday when I really should be spending time with my family. But sometimes I need that break to be in my own little world for a little bit. You'll see me break down talking about it in suicide, and I kind of try to relate it to myself so much that it ends up being a story about me, and it sounds like it's me asking for sympathy, but it's really not. It's me trying to get out my grievances in the open and have a therapeutic time. So you'll see it on Saturday. I was gonna do a premiere, but it's a busy fucking day tomorrow. My daughter is doing a dance recital. My dad and my mother-in-law are coming out to celebrate my birthday. And yeah. But Alexia, I appreciate you standing here for me in my moment of, I guess, weakness. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Guys being vulnerable is not really a weakness, but I appreciate it. Rana, I appreciate all your help. Sorry for the miscommunication on time. You're fine with that. I appreciate the help with the Excel sheet. It helped move things along a lot. And all your donations, it's way too much money. Frank, for always being here when you can, and always being in the comments. All of you guys are always in the comments. Next stream, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I don't know what it is yet, but it's gonna be pretty substantial. Like I said, I don't do these paid request streams just because I'm greedy and I want money. something has to fund the channel a little bit. I have equipment and stuff that break and stuff like that, but I'm gonna give back. I'm gonna do a giveaway stream. It's gonna be pretty substantial. So I'll converse with Rana and some of the members in the Discord what they think is probably the best thing to do, but I have some ideas. So join the Discord. It's in the description below if you want to hang out for both of you. It's a great place to be. I appreciate you guys so much for everything you do, and I will see you guys in the comment section of that suicide reaction. I love you guys a lot. I love you guys a lot. I really do. Appreciate the support, and please do remember that good vibes are contagious. See y'all. Thank you, Purple Love. I appreciate that. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Rana. Thank you, Alexia.